Blab. Movie Blab. Wow, we're live now. That's right, guys. I'm here with Sharad Patel. We're going to be busting some crazy movie myths. Certainly you've heard of a few. We're going to tell you if they're... You might find out, actually, that some stuff you thought you know was wrong. You think you know everything, but then you watch a movie Mythbusters, and it makes you question your entire intellect, your entire knowledge of movies. What's true? What's false? I'm here with Sharad Patel.
Hello.
Also known as Tippy Typey. Tippy Typey McGee. I hope you gather around the comments section, guys. It's going to be a fun one. We're going to be streaming for a little bit, so you can hang out with us. Got Matt Cragg coming up, but right now, you got the movie doctor himself after hours, Sharad Patel.
Hello.
Yes, he's there. He's ready to go. I think it's time, guys. I'm feeling it. Are you there? Hello? Are you there? It's me, Margaret. Okay, here we go, guys. Do-do-do-do-do.
Hey everybody, I'm Andrew Edison, and you're tuned in
to Movie Blab.
The clock has started.
Action! That's right, everybody. It's time for another episode of Movie Blab with me, your host, Andrew Edison, and Sharad Patel, and Matt Cragg, and intern Alex Khan. That's right, guys. Tune in. It's gonna be a good one.
Welcome to this podcast.
Welcome. Hello. Spread the word. It's good to see everyone, and by everyone I mean Sharad Patel right here on my screen. Sharad, how are you? I can't see your nose.
I'm doing good.
He says as his arm falls off. I'm glad you're doing good. It's been so long since we've talked, right, bud?
Yes. It's been forever. Like a minute.
It's like a minute. Exactly. This is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun one. Movie myths. We're breaking them down. It's like it's a thing, right, Sharad? You've heard of many of these this fake news surrounding behind the scenes trivia about movies.
Oh yeah. There's I have an idea for bringing up another one.
Great. Write it down. We're gonna help you guys not look like fools when you're talking about movies and you bring up some form of trivia or you bring up something you think you're clever, but then it turns out you're wrong. And then there's that guy who's like, actually, that's not true. And then he like Googles it and shows it to you on his phone. We're gonna keep that from happening. Everyone hates that. I hate that. You hate that. Let's make it stop right now and bust some myths. Sharad? Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, guys, here we go. Mythbusters! That's right! With Sharad Patel. Sharad, let's bust a myth. What do you say?
Let's unveil.
Let's
everything.
unveil the first myth. Are you ready to unveil this commonly... I'm just kidding, that won't work. This common misknown thing. Go ahead.
Hey, what happened?
So, what are we starting with?
Just choose one, buddy. We're just talking here. Come on. It's okay. It's okay. All right.
Let's talk
There's nothing
about
weird going on. There's nothing crazy happening.
Let's talk about one that I believed for the longest time until us doing this show, actually planning this show, made me realize it was fake.
No way. Did that happen like yesterday or to just now?
Maybe yesterday. Or
okay, maybe yesterday's great answer.
Came up with this idea.
Yeah, go for it.
It was the idea that the first time they projected a movie for an audience who had never really seen a movie projected on a big screen, and and they showed a train coming towards the screen. The people screamed and got out of the way.
Yeah, exactly.
I always believed that was true because I read it.
Yeah, and it sounds like a lot of these you want to believe them, and that's what makes a great movie myth. Is it's like, oh well, this makes it so much more interesting to think about if this were true.
Yeah.
But sadly.
So what is the reality?
The reality of concerning
that myth.
I don't know. Do you?
Well, from what I understand, audiences were amused and entertained.
Oh, right. They were like, wow. They were excited.
Yeah, they were just like, wow. But nobody was like jumping out of their seats or running out of the theater.
Yeah, I think people were more excited about virtual reality. Probably had bigger reaction videos to virtual reality than any of the reaction videos being shot back then in the 50s, right? Or the 40s.
I've literally seen people running out of
20s.
a room about to throw up from virtual reality.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I have really seen.
Yeah, that's real. That was me, right? I'm realizing you're like a little small over here. I'm gonna grow you. Oh, that wasn't.
Oh, do I need to eat more?
No, it's a virtual issue. There you go. Oh. Now you look like you really work out.
I look like I'm missing an arm.
I know, it keeps popping in and out. I kind of love it. It might, draw people in.
Yeah.
Speaking of drawing people in, if we are drawing you in for, you can give us a call and share your favorite myths with us. That's right, guys. It's Mythbusters. So give us a call at 908-679-9940. Give you a little time here to write the number down or type it into your phone. Save it as Movie Blab. Text us late night and we'll text you. We'll text you back.
Oh, I've got another one.
Give me another one.
I had always read that Steven Spielberg first started out as this young kid that snuck onto Universal Studios as part of a tour group.
Yes, that's not true. I read that in a book.
Then jumped out and went into a vacant office and just started going there every day, pretending,
that's not true?
Waving to the security guard as if he knew him.
Yeah, I know. I've read this in a book as a kid when I wrote a little paper on Spielberg.
Yeah, I just read in our research for the show that it's not true.
That is so disappointing. What did he do?
Well, first of all, I think the myth originated from an actual interview that Spielberg did, and so now I realize he's not only a young. Someone's calling.
I think I know who it is.
Call from
Alex Kahn.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Why is it still ringing?
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2. Oops, your caller just hung up. Goodbye.
Oh my God.
What?
He is such a troll. For those of you
anyway,
listening in, that was kind. Go ahead.
I mean, not only is Spielberg a yarn, what would be the term, yarn weaver on celluloid, but in interviews as well, he's making up stuff. Supposedly, he just kind of made up that myth about himself in an interview.
Let me just tell him to go away real quick.
Call from
Alex.
Hey, Alex.
Hi, dude.
We're gonna do your bit. We're gonna do your poetry corner. Around in about let's see here, in about 50 minutes.
15 minutes.
50.
50 minutes. You said I should call outside of my poetry corner.
You're gonna call into your poetry corner. That's what you got to do.
Okay, so you want me off now?
Yes, unless you have something to say really quickly about conspiracy theories or myths.
Okay, you want me to say something?
You can say something briefly before we continue.
About conspiracy theories during films. The only thing that I want to mention is that Stanley Kubrick filmed the moon landing.
Very good.
I wrote that down. I wrote down that.
Do you believe that, or do you You don't believe that?
No, I'm 50-50 on that.
Okay. All right, we'll hear more from you later
But
on
I
in the show.
believe the JFK assassination was from the government, so I am a conspiracy theorist. So.
Well, we'll dive more into that later. That sounds great, though. I didn't know that about you, and it's fun to learn about you every episode. Okay, we'll hear from you soon, bud. Okay, go ahead, Sharad. That was an interesting one. Yeah, that's like probably one of the most.
That's one I wrote down to talk about. But anyway, getting back to Spielberg, I think his entry into the studio world was set up like more like a connection and an internship type thing.
Yeah,
and
well, like
he
every
wasn't
Hollywood
sneaking.
deal.
He wasn't putting a name tag on an office and wearing a suit and tie and pretending or something like that.
That makes perfect sense. I mean, it definitely sounds like one of those sweeping romantic lies that are spread about someone in the famous world, who is famous. I've got one that always that titillated me as an immature middle schooler, made me giggle.
What's that?
This is a disgruntled artist at Disney deliberately added a penis shape to one of the turrets of King Triton's castle in the VHS cover art for The Little Mermaid.
Okay, so we should ask each other if we believe it.
Sure, let's do it. Sharad, do you believe this myth?
I do. What's the what sound effect?
You do believe the myth. You want something better? You do believe the myth. You do believe the myth.
Does that mean it's real?
This means okay. Here, this means it's not. This means it's not real. That one's not
quiet.
very good.
What was that?
Here. That means it's not real. Was that good?
Okay.
And then no, I'm sorry. This means it's not real.
Right.
Is that good for not real?
I think you should just do the Price is Right one.
And then and if you're right. No.
You're not making any sense.
It can be any. It could be. We can pick our sounds. Okay, it's fine.
This is total anarchy.
Yeah, dude, that's what's in right now. I'm just trying to keep up with the times. Okay.
Oh boy.
What? That's a joke.
No. Really, I heard that did actually happen. That there was printed copies of a VHS that were then changed later for the DVD.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Okay.
How it started was people looked at the picture and it does look remarkably like a dick. And then the truth behind it, though, are you ready? This is what I would say is the truth. The artist responsible has denied any malicious intent, blaming a late night rush to meet the deadline for not noticing what he'd drawn. So he was
say
tired.
it again.
The artist responsible has denied any malicious intent, blaming a late night rush to meet the deadline for not noticing what he'd drawn.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so he was like, I was stressed out and I accidentally drew a bunch of dicks. Like, what do you expect? You worked me to the bone at Disney, and then but it makes sense that Disney is often like depicted and is accurately kind of sadistic behind the scenes, right?
It's a new way of interpreting work to the bone.
Yes. Here you go, Sharad.
No sound effect?
You just didn't wait long enough. Okay.
That's what I want.
Yeah, I'm going to keep up the cartoon sound effects for you, okay? There's some good ones in here. All right. So okay, let's just
Okay.
Okay.
So that one was real.
So that one is real, dude.
Not a myth.
It is not a myth. It is not a myth. But that's up to, it depends on if this is a credible, report from this person. I mean, he could have easily lied and said, he didn't want to be considered weird, so he said that he was tired and didn't realize it. But maybe he actually was mad and drew the dicks. we can't.
I do have a friend that worked for Disney, and he says that it is a real like, you know, being in the bottom level of a slave ship with a bunch of people. You're just pushing that oar back and forth, trying to cross an ocean in time for a deadline.
I was just I think he was. It's either way. It's an homage to. It's still a protest to the cruelty of Disney. Either way, it's either he was being worked to the bone, or he did it because he was, you know, deliberately to send some sort of message. That's the most I've ever talked about dicks on the show in like one. That's why I like Mythbusters. I think
you should probably have an episode just about the peni.
That's right, guys. That was Phallic Palace. An interesting myth to bust. Sharad, would you like to go next with the next myth?
Okay, this is my biggest pet peeve myth that that people online argue. Well, there's many, but this one is fairly prevalent.
Yeah, is
that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a movie based on a true story. It really happened in Texas, and
oh my God,
know where it happened. And
I think I believed this myth. Are you gonna hate me? I think I believed it when I was younger. I don't think I still believed it. But forever young.
This myth is completely false.
Yeah.
And there's two ways to first, two little facts that you can, consider in to help you realize that it's false. Is that one is that the prologue, I think, doesn't it say it happened in, this happened to Sally Hardesty, this crime or blah, blah, blah. There's this whole narrator at the beginning, and he mentions a date, right? I believe it's 1974 or 1973.
Yes. I don't know.
Well, the movie came out in 1974.
So the dates are literally, that's the way you must have. That's a big,
clue.
It's a big bust.
It's a big clue right there.
Big clue.
Yeah. Anyway, maybe we don't even have to talk about the rest of the reasons.
I'm just so distracted by your arm going in and out that I can't even look. You see it? I cut to your close up and it was looking real bad.
And it looks like I'm looking at it, like I'm trying to extend a tentacle towards you. Right?
I don't know what.
Maybe this is playing back into the Disney art.
Okay, let's get that arm out. Let's get that arm out of there.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no.
So what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
I finished what I was saying.
That's perfect. Let's get to the next myth.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I mean, I want someone to call in and tell me it's real, because I want to hear why they think it's real.
Didn't some guy just write it like any movie, and then he was like, "Let's make this for no money," and then they did it? I mean, it
was loosely inspired by Ed Gein.
Okay, yes,
the real serial killer.
Yeah, I knew that. That makes sense.
But that was in the 50s in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And the Psycho is based on the same serial killer.
Yeah, everyone loves Ed Gein. He makes for a great
as well
villain.
As Silence of the Lambs, all based on the same.
And Darth Vader and the Joker and the Wicked Witch of the West.
Say right? What?
No, they're all based on it. All of them.
Anyway, focus, Andrew.
Why?
Okay.
Why?
What's another myth?
Okay? What you were trying to walk me through this? You know what? Before we do another myth, I'm gonna plug our sponsor. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead. The next.
We're at the half-hour mark.
Does it matter?
I'm just telling you, we need to keep these myths rolling.
I love it when my guests yell at me about my show. It means I'm a good
Once
live
your guest
streamer.
is on the show, it becomes their show.
Yes, apparently. Let's see here. There's one in here that I really liked. That was kind of mind-blowing. Oh, I want to talk about Richard Gere.
Okay.
I like all the dirty ones. So apparently, where did this rumor? Again, this is all. I feel like all my myths were from middle school. Apparently, Richard Gere, people would say that he liked to put gerbils inside of himself. Let's just say it that way. And it was called tunneling, and this was some sort of perverse sex act that Richard Gere was involved in. And this is a heavily passed thing. I don't know if have you heard this?
Well, the way I heard the myth was that he went to the hospital and had to have a gerbil removed.
Yeah, that would be the way to get that, to make that public. That makes it a really plausible myth. Actually, it's a good setup for a lot.
That's how I heard it, and then I didn't hear about tunneling and all this stuff that you're into.
I'm not into this. I just know about it. Knowing about something, okay. You can know a lot about things and not like them. Let's talk philosophically for 5 minutes. What do you say? I'm kidding.
No, I definitely heard that myth, and for me, it was in the 80s, in the early 80s, not the maybe the mid 80s, like 83, 84 is when I first heard that.
I feel like it deserves a little look. I'm gonna type in gerbil on the blab top here.
We're gonna do live research.
Yeah, it's time for some live research, guys. A little bit of live research. A little live research for you.
Do you have Snopes up?
That's what I pulled up. Yeah, the classic Snopes. Here it is, guys. It's time to look at the blab top and find out what is what. To find out what happened.
Hey, what happened?
All right, Richard Gere and the gerbil. Let's take a look. Urban legend reports a celebrity has taken to a hospital emergency room to have a gerbil removed from his rectum. Is that a gerbil? That doesn't look like a gerbil to me at all.
I guess it's a lean gerbil.
This is false, okay?
False.
The following is a true account. Should I do some dramatic something here for this reveal? Let's see. Here's the true account.
I think you should rate it.
A 26-year-old male arrives at the ER complaining of rectal bleeding. He is too embarrassed to provide an accurate history, but provides the examining doctor a clue. There might be something stuck in my rear end. Examination reveals a non-tender abdomen, but a rectal exam shows blood coming from his anus. A speculum exam reveals bloody stool and a dead gerbil. Apparently, though, the cardboard tubing from a paper towel roll, the rodent had been forced into his rectum. Using the cardboard tubing from a paper towel roll, the rodent was forced into his rectum. Once the animal was in, the tube was pulled out. The idea is that the gerbil suffocates. It scratches and claws at the lining of the rectum, providing an intense sensation to the patient. The rodent should then have...
Stop!
I was just waiting.
Stop right there, because the logic there is so flawed. Why would a gerbil clawing and ripping...
Well, they declaw them. They declaw them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, see, you know all these details.
I don't know what you're talking about, Sharad. I know none of these things. I'm reading about this for the first time on the laptop. Please. Contrary to... I'm going to skip... Okay, the idea... Can I finish this? Because I want to throw up.
Okay, stop. I mean, continue.
The idea is that as the gerbil suffocates, it scratches and claws at the lining of the rectum, providing an intense sensation to the patient. The rodent should then have been defecated, but the swelling and bleeding had caused the retention of the animal. The patient required pain medication and antibiotics after the animal was removed, but was then allowed to go home. Contrary to widespread public belief, gerbil stuffing, placing a live gerbil or other rodents in one's rectum for sexual pleasure, is unknown as an actual sexual practice, nor are we aware of the verified medical case of a gerbil having been extracted from a patient's rectum.
I like that music.
Yeah, it's really good. You want something else?
I'm glad we got to the bottom of this.
Let me provide a little more insight here. Shall I continue? I feel like this is a very good read. No, I think this is all good. It doesn't really apply. Where's Richard Gere involved in this? Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly. Like similar legends, such as the promiscuous rock star, this tale has been applied to various public figures who are known or believed to be homosexual, and it has stuck with one in particular. Oh, it's attached to homophobia? I guess that makes some sense. Although the legend homed in on various targets when it first appeared, it has clung tenaciously to Mr. Gere's name since at least the mid-1980s. Rumors that he had an emergency gerbilectomy at a certain hospital here in California have spread far and wide, and countless doctors and nurses claim to have participated in it. Yeah, I was actually I was there when we pulled it out of his ass. Richard Gere. He signed my poster before he left. It's so weird. Why would I guess that's rooted in hatred. Huh.
Yeah, I mean the pervasiveness of the myth, especially in the mid 80s.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we're busting it.
Yeah, it's a total homophobia fueled myth. But it's also that was when Richard Gere was like popular and rising. It was before Pretty Woman, so he wasn't like at that superstar level, but he was like one of the guy, like he was in the Cotton Club by Francis Coppola.
Yeah.
And it makes sense that if somebody was trying to bring him down, they would like push this rumor, you know.
It's true. I like it says here the National Enquirer tried to write about it, and even they couldn't put enough evidence together to say that he did it.
Wow.
But yeah, even them. And then, if a liar doesn't want to tell your lie, it's not a good lie. Not a good lie at all. Claiming, yeah. So this is the most interesting part. The rumors, poor Richard Gere. The rumors spread were aided by an anonymous prankster who, not long after the film Pretty Woman, led to a tremendous increase in Gere's popularity. Flooded fax machines in Hollywood with a phony press release purportedly issued by the Association for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, claiming that Gere had abused a gerbil. But as a reporter found, that there was
no. What I find hilarious here is like on Facebook, you get these little screen grabs of tweets of rumors and memes. You get stuff on Twitter, but back then you got it in your fax machine. Like you hear the noise, your phone would ring, and then you'd hear this noise.
Hey, looks like Richard Gere's been up to no good.
I believe it.
I certainly believe that because I am a homophobe apparently, and also or a conspiracist.
I can't wait to tell my grandma.
I can't wait to tell my grandma about what Richard Gere's up to. He's one of her favorite actors. And she also loves gerbils. So it's perfect. I don't know. Let's move on. That one's gross. If guys just tuning in, then you're probably like, what the fuck? But that's fine. We like it like that. We are doing Mythbusters. That's right, guys. Movie Mythbusters. We are now accepting callers during the live show. If you want to call in and tell us about movie myths that you want to bust, we will look into it for you. That's what we do. So thanks for joining us, and let's keep it up. Sharad, what you got for us, myth-wise, as we're swapping myths?
I want to go to one that maybe is not as popular, but it involves Spielberg, who we already went into.
He's a mythic man, apparently.
Yeah, well, this is specifically about Jaws, the movie Jaws.
Okay.
There's a lot of fandom of Jaws, and it's only grown deeper. Like, I'm part of a Facebook group of like these old guys that are Jaws fans,
Yeah.
And everybody just basically quotes lines at each other from the movie. That's all it consists of. But
I'm in a few groups like that for various things. It's like literally.
But basically, the rumor is that in the movie, in the background, in one part after they encounter the shark at night, you see Roy Scheider, who plays the main character, Chief Brody. Like, I think I forget. He's messing with something, like holding something. Maybe it's a flare gun or something. But in the background, you see a shooting star go by, and it cuts to a wide shot of the boat on the ocean, and you see another shooting star go by, and there
real shooting stars.
Is a whole percentage of Jaws fans that believe those are real shooting stars captured on
If
film.
anyone could do that, Spielberg, I think this is real.
You think it's real?
Yeah, I think he was like, listen, there's a shooting star. I've seen it over here. It'll be back.
And then you think that when they went to the wide shot, he was like, hey, there's another shooting star. Let's get that one too.
Let's get that one too. And they're like, whoosh, and they get it.
Well, actually, if there was a meteor shower, what you're saying could be true because shooting stars happen a lot during meteor showers, right? That's what they are. They're meteors.
I think this is the dumbest myth. Don't you?
Wait, you just said you thought it was true, and now you're saying it's the dumbest myth?
I mean, I think it's true. That's why I think it's dumb, because I think it's true. No, I don't think
Well, let me
it's true
tell
at
you
all.
something.
If you told me it was Terrence Malick, I'd believe you. But I don't think it was. I don't think Spielberg did that. I think Terrence Malick would make someone sit with a camera until they caught a shooting star. That's I think.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he has.
Yeah.
But this is Spielberg, who's a year behind schedule on the water, shooting day for night. By the way, shooting day for night.
Day for night. You love.
Let's
day for
continue.
Night. Okay. Jesus. I feel like I should put you in the courtroom setting.
Oh,
as
but
the
this
judge.
is kind of like these myths are on trial here.
I see. Yeah, you're getting very aggressive. I love it about the myths. It's great.
Yeah. What really, irritates me about this is if you look at these shooting stars in the movie, especially, now you can stream this movie in HD, you will see they're obviously hand-drawn and they're not even moving at 24 frames a second. They're moving like at 12 frames a second. They don't even look right.
Upon further Blu-ray examination, one can easily...
No, you don't even have to go to a Blu-ray.
You can
Just
go to
stream it
VHS.
right now.
Yeah. That's great. I mean, I love that myth continues to be spread, even though there's obvious evidence in the movie that it's not true.
So yeah, it's day for night too. You can tell the shot's day for night. Now here, did you pass out?
I dropped all my papers.
Here's the kicker.
Uh-huh.
The origin of this myth came from Spielberg himself again in an interview saying that they were real.
He was like, let's do that.
Yes.
He's
like it's like he thinks interviews are like, when you're at the carnival and you're like,
yeah,
see the woman turn into a gorilla.
I mean, when you're that famous, you get sick of stuff. And when you're that creative, you probably start making up shit and fucking with people, right? I mean, what else are you going to do?
Yeah.
I mean, I would if I was Spielberg. I'd fuck with people all the time.
Yeah.
I'd mess with people all the time.
I mean, I am arguing as recently as last week about this online.
That's so dumb. Did you have to scan it into your computer and be like, look, and then you zoom in and make a whole video? We should make a series of videos busting these. We should make a series of videos busting these myths, dude. I think we're excellent myth busters. You keep me on task and I run the show. It's great.
Okay, let's go to another one. What do you have?
I'm ready. There was one that I thought, let's do the Wizard of Oz one, because I think that one's really worth talking about.
Yeah, and that one leads me to a whole other fun Wizard of Oz thing.
Go on. Okay. Go on. Well, from what I know, and what I had heard, this is, again, in middle school. I think that's where myths are spread more than anywhere else. And then by the elderly.
Wait, what? Say it again.
I think myths are spread by middle schoolers and the elderly. You heard me.
Okay.
Fake news. That's where it comes from. So anyway, this one is pretty sad. There's a lot of sadness surrounding...
Look at my arm now.
Oh, God.
Wait, look.
It's not good.
Okay.
We're being so mean. Here.
Okay, go on.
Do you want me to kiss you?
Wizard of Oz, come on.
Do you want me to give you a little kiss? Come
on.
No. That's for you, bud.
Andrew. Me too.
God. Oh.
Okay.
All right. What we got here is in The Wizard of Oz, of course, the classic story of the Munchkin suicide caught on film.
What is this about?
I'm pulling it up on the laptop. There's a specific moment here during which there is this. I don't. It's never worth showing here, but I will. Let's check it out on the laptop, guys.
All right.
So
what is that?
It's supposed to be like like right here or somewhere, like in the tree. You see like a silhouette of a little person just like chilling in the tree is the idea.
I know about it. Back in the day, we heard about it, and then we popped in a VHS tape to look for it.
Yeah, I feel like I did that as well at some point. I feel like it makes you want to.
And I feel like we did see some shadow of something that moves.
Well, yeah, that set, you could see so many shadows in it. It's like clouds. Look at
right.
Yeah.
Well, what is their explanation of the myth?
Let's see. The explanation on Snopes. I'm sorry, I can't get out of here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Is that it just isn't true. That it just plain isn't true. And that people, I mean.
But what do you see in the movie? There's something you see.
It just says that anyone could believe a scene featuring a real suicide would have been left intact in the classic film for over 50 years is simply incredible. And that's what I'm getting at. It's in the forest scene. Which were filmed before the Munchkin Land scenes. Which were filmed before the Munchkin Land scenes, and thus none of the Munchkin actors would have been present at MGM. So there was literally no Munchkins around anyway.
Yeah.
So it is simply impossible that a human being could have fallen onto a set actively being used for filming, and yet none of the dozens of people present, actors, directors, blah, 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 noticed or reacted to the occurrence. The tragic incident would also have been overlooked by all the directors, editors, film cutters, musicians, and others who worked on the film in post-production as well.
Not to mention that the far background of the forest is probably a painting.
Yeah, it's definitely a painting.
It doesn't even go that far back.
Yeah, no. Maybe it's another case of they drew it in, if anything.
Oh, right.
Right.
Maybe Spielberg drew it in.
I think it was Spielberg. He's like, I'm going to spread more lies about films. I think we really have located the key troll involved in spreading modern movie myths, and it's Steven Spielberg. Wow.
He does seem to be an interview troll.
Yeah, he keeps coming out. He keeps coming out in these trolls. I know Harmony Korine spread a myth himself about his film Trash Humpers, which was that it was edited by a blind man. I mean, I just can't believe that's true. But maybe it is.
Is it true?
I have no idea. Maybe he edited it off the sound and then the cut. You have to see for yourself. It's called Trash Humpers. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yeah. I remember the trailer. I've never seen it. Yeah,
it's time to watch. It's very relevant. It's very relevant. Okay. Let's move to our next myth, guys. That's right, we're busting myths. What's up? We're busting myths. Movie myth busters. Me and Sharad, that's who we are. I'd say it's time to bust maybe one or two more myths. What do you say, Sharad?
Yeah.
What you got?
I've gone through.
You gone through all yours?
I've gone through all the ones, except there's one that I'd love to talk about, which is the poltergeist myth. That poltergeist is cursed, and that people die that are involved with poltergeist because of this movie. And The Exorcist is supposed to be cursed as well, right? Yeah.
But that one might be legit.
Well, it's a great movie, but I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out why people even believe these. Is it because movies already are fictional, so it's so easy to attach fictional elements to their behind-the-scenes stories? Is that why do you think movie myths exist? Because myths. Well,
these two in particular are already horror movies, so when you have horror type myths behind them, it fits.
It makes it even scarier. Yeah.
But the problem is these myths leave out a lot of information. Like with Poltergeist, it's like they leave out the fact that, these deaths were actually years apart and years after the movie came out. They'd already done sequels.
It's like the Munchkins weren't even on set.
Well, it's also like if you look at any movie, the people have died that were involved with making the movie over the years. Because people die.
And we're busting that myth that people don't die. We're doing it right here. Oh, looks like we have a caller.
Yeah.
Let's take this call.
Call from
Katie.
Oh, it's Katie
to
McDowell
accept,
from Texas.
Press 1.
I don't know where that other ring is coming from. Oh, I do now. Hey, hello. Who is this? Hello.
Hello, this is Katie.
Oh, Katie, where are you calling from?
Texas.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for calling in the Movie Blab. Did you call in at this number, 908-679-9940, like everyone can?
I did.
Oh, that's awesome.
Exactly.
Thanks for calling us.
Um,
What's on your mind? You got any conspiracy theories to spread?
Yeah, we were talking about spooky ones, and I was reading about The Omen has some spooky things of people dying. After missing a scheduled flight, Gregory Peck boarded another plane to the film set in England, and the first flight crashed and killed everyone aboard. And then the second flight that he was on got struck by lightning. And then
I've heard that one.
And then days later, the screenwriter died.
Is that real?
By lightning. This is, I don't know. I just read it.
But this is all like, I know about these, but this is before they even filmed the movie, right?
I think they were on the way to film.
Right. I think this is true.
I think it's true.
2 people got struck by lightning in like the same week on that production.
Wait, are you saying the screenwriter got struck by lightning?
Yeah, that's what it said.
They're like, get up on the roof, screenwriter. We need you to fix the light up there.
Was hit by lightning, and then days later, the screenwriter got struck by lightning.
Okay, so can we fact check this? Okay, Omen.
His flight was also struck by lightning. Oh my gosh, I misread that. I thought that he got struck by lightning just himself. But so both of their flights got struck by lightning. That's pretty wild.
Were they on the same time and maybe with going through the same clouds?
The same flight.
It was days later.
I've never heard of a plane getting struck by lightning. That sounds terrifying, but I do understand that makes sense why we don't fly. But I've flown through the rain, but not the lightning, I see.
No, planes can get struck by lightning.
And it's fine?
Yeah, they said they were.
Yeah, it's fine. Haven't you seen the last story in the Twilight Zone movie? It's fine.
I don't remember. Okay, good. I'm glad it's fine. Phew. Well, then now I kind of want to have my plane struck by lightning, so I can be like,
also,
is this cool?
There was also another thing. That executive producer stepped out to go to like a restaurant, and then they didn't get in to the restaurant, and like a little while later, the restaurant was bombed.
What is going on?
A lot of spooky things.
I don't see the Omen even in here. I don't.
I've heard about these. I've heard about these too.
There's actually there's even more of The Omen. There's quite a few things. So also there's a scene where Damien and his mother they become stuck in a car at a safari, and the car was actually stalled as the park's baboons launched their attack on it. And the shot in the film, you can like see their real panic.
That I don't know if I believe that, because they wrote the scene in the screenplay.
Wait, but you believe the bombing and the...
No. What I'm saying is the baboon attack was in the screenplay.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. No, but they said like there was like the car got actually like
stalled.
They were stuck in the car. They couldn't get out of the car for real.
Well, see, this makes me want to rewatch The Omen, which is another great thing about myths, is that even if it's not true, it's fun to pretend they're true.
The Omen does have a great orchestral soundtrack.
One of my favorite creepy boy films. Creepy boy movies. Scary children movies. I've wanted to do something about scary children movies. I think that could be a good idea. Well,
We've got comments where people are typing in.
Yeah, I think it's time. I think it's time for some
myths.
comments.
Whoa.
Let's
Wait,
take a
there's
look.
another
See,
one.
Katie, you want to stay on for these comments? Katie from Texas. It
For
says.
sure. Can I say one more thing from the Omen?
Oh, of course. Yeah, yeah.
They said later, okay, so after the film wrapped, the special effects artist John Richardson, who designed the film's decapitation scene, suffered, like, he and his fiance were on their way to their next gig, and the car crashed, and his fiance got beheaded.
What?
Like, after he edited this whole decapitation
Y'all, let's
scene.
do an Omen remake and see what happens to us.
Well, guess what, Andrew?
What?
They already remade The Omen.
And everyone was fine, right?
I don't know, but it sucked.
The Omen only curses a movie set if the movie is good and does well. If the movie's bad, they're like, it's not worth the powers, you know?
Right.
It's not worth the haunting.
Like the devil was doing something else in the 2000s.
Sharad, we got some comments here. Do you want to read one? Should I read these?
Yeah. I know there's two myths named in the comments that we could talk about.
Sure. The ghost in the window from 3 Men and a Baby. That kind of myth? Yes, sir. That kind of myth.
So that's one of the biggest myths right there that turned out to be true and false in a certain sense.
Yes.
So let me tell you about
go for it.
How this went down back in the day. 3 Men and a Baby was a fun comedy directed by Leonard Nimoy, I believe, who played Spock.
Yeah.
And, some wacky comedy about 3 men that get stuck with this baby. And there's supposed to be one scene where in the background, you see the ghost of a little boy just watching the scene unfold.
So first you got to believe in ghosts?
Huh?
So first I have to believe in ghosts for this.
Right, you have to believe in ghosts. You have to believe they would watch a scene being filmed.
That they would have interest in a filming behind the scenes.
Right, and appear on film and then appear on your VHS. So we watched it. We put the movie in.
Wow.
And we got so scared because you do see a little boy watching in the background.
But he's not dead. He's real.
No, you know what it is? It's
What?
a cardboard stand-up because one of the guys is supposed to work at an advertising agency.
Oh.
And there's stuff around the set that's supposed to be from his job.
Yeah.
And one of the things is a cardboard stand-up of like a kid.
That's a weird thing to own.
Well, it's a set design. It was part of the set design.
I see.
Well, it was in the background.
They use that. That's
doorway.
fantastic production design in terms of what if your production design could create a movie myth? That would be incredible.
I can tell you, we rented the movie to watch it for that.
Yeah,
myth.
exactly. Yeah.
Because of that myth, we rented the movie. I wouldn't have even watched the movie.
What's up with The Shining?
Aren't
there a bunch of rooms? Are there a bunch of conspiracies about The Shining?
Oh, there's a lot of theories about hidden meanings in The Shining, but I don't think those fall into this category of urban myths.
Oh, it's more hidden meanings than I thought there were a few urban myths attached. I was going to ask you. I'm glad I did because now I know that it's a myth that there are urban myths attached.
Well, the funniest story I ever heard was that that Stephen King said that Stanley Kubrick would call him like at 3 a.m. with like one little question and then hang up.
What did you have for breakfast? Goodbye. Click.
I've heard that he did the scene where the kid, I forget his name, is it Danny?
Danny.
Where the kid's running down the hallway and he jumps into like he hides in that like cabinet thing.
Yes.
That like Kubrick made him do it so many times and he like scared the shit out of him and he wouldn't come out of the cabinet.
See, these are myths, right? I mean, or they could be true. Let's see. Let me snopes it.
It's also that he had oh gosh, sorry, I'm so bad with names. What's the woman's name in that?
Shelley Duvall.
Yes, Shelley Duvall. That he had her do that scene like 100 times or something. 100 takes of her like in the bathroom.
That I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, you watch that and you're like, damn.
I totally believe that.
Wait, what was? I missed the first rumor about the kid.
That Kubrick like scared him and made him do it so many times that like when he wouldn't come out of the cabinet that he was like hiding in the scene. He wouldn't come out. He was scared.
Oh, that's funny. I never heard that. The one that I do know is true.
After that.
The one that I know for sure is true is that he did do a ridiculous number of takes of the axe hitting Scatman Crothers. When Jack Nicholson swings around the corner and hits him, and Scatman Crothers has to do this like intense acting like he's hit by an axe. And they kept doing it over and over. And Scatman Crothers was like, I don't know, 90? I don't know, maybe 70, 80. And at one point, Jack Nicholson stopped and said, that's enough.
Wow.
We're stopping.
He's like, that's enough, buddy. Come on.
Yeah, because this guy's suffering.
Oh, man.
Badass.
It's a sad man.
The final scene where they're going through the snow maze was inside, and it was actually hot in there.
Oh, my God.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm being charged with a crime.
Coffee with cream and sweetener.
Oh, Jack. What's up?
He's calling in. I just added the call.
Extend me some fucking courtesy.
Oh, whoa.
I did.
Well, there's
I do it again.
That's all he wants to say. Oh, he has one question for Sharad.
Did you have sex with her?
What do you want to discuss now? My favorite color?
Anyway.
Dismissed.
It looks like there's another myth brought up that I'm not familiar with at all.
What is it? Let's take a look. It looks like Phil said pilots crashed and died during the making of Top Gun in Pearl Harbor. Maybe we don't know.
Really?
That's what he's
I never heard of this.
I haven't heard that either.
I've heard of that.
Both movies, huh?
Those two movies are very far
Very
apart.
popular, yeah. I wonder where Phil's getting that. We'll see. Let's give it a look. Let's give it actually a look on this notes just to make sure. I think it's.
I thought Pearl Harbor was all CG.
I think it is, right? Mocap. Yeah, there's no Snopes going on here with Top Gun that I can find. I'm sure there's plenty of conspiracies concerning Tom Cruise, though.
Well, yes. I've read a few.
You got one you want to share?
Actually, there's one time I met one of his assistants who worked for him for a few years as just running errands, and he was under non-disclosure. He wouldn't say anything.
Amazing. Yeah, I was thinking about non-disclosure agreements today. I was like, damn, people can just say whatever they want to the people who they get to sign that. Right? Does that protect you if you're like, I haven't got to commit this crime?
I don't know.
I don't know. If you're a lawyer, let us know, okay? We only have movie lawyers here. Well, I think that about covers it, right? Or do you want to hit anything else? Those are some fun.
Well, we
hits.
gotta hit up the one last thing that Alex Kahn brought up. Maybe he should call back in and tell us what this about this moon landing deal.
Let's bring him back in and you're right. I would love to discuss the moon landing.
Because we just got off. We were talking about The Shining, so we're kind of segueing into Kubrick.
Katie, if you, I can send you a link if you want to stay on the phone by just turning off your audio in our Zoom, or we can let you go for Alex Kahn. I don't know if I can do multiple calls. All right.
He's calling.
All right,
Get ready.
He's calling. We're ready, guys. You can stay with us until he calls and ruins everything. Don't leave, Katie. Not yet. Don't leave us. So many great myths.
I'm here too, by the way.
Oh, what the heck?
Whoa.
Oh, that messes up everything. No, actually, it doesn't. It just look. Watch this. It pops y'all in and out. Talk, Craig.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Whoa.
No, Sharad?
Hello. Hello.
I kind of want to keep that. I kind of like
That's
that.
pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's do it this way. Just for Alex Khan's call.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's clearing his throat right now. Oh,
He
I
said
see.
he's-
It doesn't tell me the call comes in. Okay, all right, Katie, thank you so much for being on. Let me know if you change your mind about that Zoom link. Okay, bye. Thank you for calling Movie Blab. We love you. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, it's time for Alex Khan to talk a little bit about. This is just going to be about the conspiracies. Let's check this out. But maybe he won't pick up, so let's talk about something else in case he doesn't pick up.
Okay.
Matt Craig, do you know of any conspiracies that interest you?
Hello, guys.
Oh, there he is. Okay, hello, sir. How are you, Alex Khan? We want to hear the rest of what you had to say about The
First
Shining.
thing I want to do is I want to shout out, it's my mom's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday to your mom.
Happy birthday.
We love moms here.
Happy birthday, Mom.
And also, my mom's a fan of Bindle Stiff, so that's also.
She seeked help for that.
No, she did not think. Like she's like I don't think that she's as big of a fan as I am, but she thought it was like a realistic depiction of teenage boys.
Of what? Of Movie Blab?
Of teenage boys.
Of Teenage Void?
Bindle Stiffs.
Oh, we're talking about Bindle Stiffs. Well, she's also a top fan of Movie Blab according to Facebook. So we thank her for that as well, and we wish her the happiest of birthdays.
Yeah.
So here's a little sound effect for your to say happy birthday to your mom. It's going to be Judge Judy with a little advice.
So you will put out. Good for you. Let's hear it.
That's all we got. But that's awesome. So, do you want to just get to this conspiracy stuff?
Oh, you want to do the poetry first?
No, we want to hear your conspiracies, and then after the break, we'll do a little poetry corner.
So my conspiracy theories. For one, I do think that Stanley Kubrick. I'm kind of 50-50 on the Stanley Kubrick thing. There are definitely conspiracy theories in the world. Like I am like 98% sure that JFK was killed by the government.
Wait. Let's talk about the Kubrick thing. What do you think is fake about it?
No, I've seen like good evidence. Like I've seen like good evidence, and like I have friends that like are very. I've not.
What is good evidence?
I've not gotten completely into it, but like I have friends that like are really into this shit that like that definitely say that it probably was.
What evidence? What's the evidence though?
You said you looked at evidence?
You've seen good evidence. What's
I'm sorry, evidence? I'm not trying to be skeptical, but we are Mythbusters after all.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm online right now.
Oh. That's okay. What does that have to
the story, as soon as the first capsules were in orbit, some began to
This is good radio right here.
This is great radio.
Yeah. So,
you got it.
Okay.
Good for you. You're a hustler.
Conspiracy theories. Oh, a lot of it has said that it was just a thing to win over. Most of the deniers' proof is based on the perceived anomalies in the images trans back to Earth from the moon's lunar surface. With few exceptions, the same arguments just keep coming up over and over again. Rick Feinberger the initial claim was when the Pentagon Papers and Watergate had eroded Americans' trust in their government, but faking the success of the Apollo 11 mission would be perfectly.
So it's not possible. It would be impossible.
It was basically because when the moon landing happened, it was kind of in a sense of it was during when the government was just fucking everything up, basically.
Can I just say something?
Yeah, Sharad, go ahead.
Can I just say something? The moon landing.
Wait, your audio went out. Go ahead. Your audio went out.
No,
Sharad.
I'm fine.
No, be quiet.
Sharad did, yeah.
No, Alex, be quiet. Sharad, your audio went out. Can you hear me? Talk.
Me?
No, not you. Sharad, talk.
Could you hear me at all?
Now
My
I can
sound
hear
is
you.
going out.
Go ahead.
I can hear him, yeah.
No, stop, Alex. Go ahead, Sharad.
The moon landing happened in 1969, and Watergate happened somewhere between 72 and 74.
No, but what I was talking about was that at that time, but the Vietnam War was still at that time.
Right.
And the Vietnam War, even before Watergate, there was a big distrust in the government. I forgot when the Pentagon Papers happened, but that was around that time.
Okay.
But that's generally like what it was. And people were very, okay, here's some evidence. The moon landing is faked because the American flag looks like it's flapping in the wind. The moon
So let me
landing
ask
is
you,
faked because you can't see the stars in the photo.
oh, well, anyone who knows about photography would know the answer to that.
I'm just playing.
Hold on.
Oh, I know. I'm not arguing with you personally.
It feels like it. It feels like there's a lot of angst coming out of this conspiracy.
No, like, and I'm not like, I'm like 50-50 on it, like, because I don't generally trust the government on most things. But there is a lot of stuff that kind of seems shady about this conspiracy theory.
Y'all heard the Ferris Bueller one?
Yeah. What?
Have you heard the Ferris Bueller one?
Somebody. All right, Matt Craig, please speak.
The Ferris Bueller. I was just changing the subject.
I love doing that.
This is Ferris Bueller never actually existed. There's a theory going around that people think that Ferris was actually just a voice in hypochondriac friend Cameron's head. That was supposed to represent the ideal life that he's always wanted: carefree, confident.
That's an interesting theory, except for Ferris Bueller sucks.
That's just a wrong opinion.
Yeah.
Wait. So
go ahead.
That would make Ferris Bueller like the Fight Club.
Yeah. It's the Fight Club idea.
Oh, also, no. Actually, there's actually another theory that I found out. This is actually about Get Out, which is I was reading the Jordan Peele like breaks down fan theories like the other day, and there's this fan theory that Get Out was just like an imagined version in Rod's head. And he was just like putting in his head like the worst thing that could happen to Chris when he was going to his white girlfriend's house. And he was portraying himself as the hero.
We have a comment from Phil Ramirez.
What's the comment?
Follow up on that question about the Top Gun. He said, Tom Cruise. No, that's Alex Hahn. He said, I feel like my uncle mentioned insurance coverage for those movies, aviation insurance. Phil, you need to call in about this. Otherwise, I'm going to say that I don't believe it because this sounds like how rumors are spread. Right?
Also, by the way, has anybody in here seen the Oliver Stone masterpiece, JFK?
Yeah. You think that's his masterpiece?
It's a fucking great film. It's one of the best films of the 90s.
Cool. Okay, guys, I think it's time to wrap up the myth busting. What do you say? Sharad?
I don't have any myths.
Does that work for you, Sharad?
I gotta go eat dinner.
Exactly. So we're gonna say thank you so much to Sharad, the doctor of myth busting. We did a lot of myth busting and it was super fun. We might be back with more. There's so much of it. So someday we might do another installment. We are also accepting callers. If you want to leave us a voicemail during the break, we'll call you back in the second half of the show. 908-679-9940. This is Movie Blab. We're having a good time. About to be hanging out with this guy right here, Matt Craig. He's a great man with a great beard. And we're going to be talking about, I actually finally, this we're just gonna be shooting the shit, and taking your calls. But also, I want to talk about Uncut Gems because I just got to see that finally, and loved that. So excited to talk about that. Plus, there's a ton of things going on the Blab Top to be discussed. So I'm excited to continue the Blab. So stay with us, please. We will be right back. I'll prove it right that. See, that says we'll be right back, you see? All right, guys. Thank you again, Sharad Patel. Is there anything you wanted to plug? Sharad? Sharad? Oh, he's already gone. Hilarious. So embarrassing. Thanks,
I'll plug
Sharad.
something for him.
Thanks for that. Yeah, go ahead. What does Sharad want to plug?
By the way, guys, just make sure you go back and listen to some Prince music today.
There you go. Perfect. That was
great.
That was Sharad's plug on Matt Cragg's behalf. Thanks for saving me on that one. And we will see you guys right after the break.
Andrew, should I stay in the line?
If you want, or you can call back in.
I already hung up on him. All right, I'll be right back, bud.
Hello, my name is Katie. I'm calling Movie Blab. I have a comment to make. I think that Paddington Bear should be in way more episodes, if not every single one. That's all. Good night.
Oh no, it's Paddington!
Paddington!
Oh, hey Paddington! How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well because I just had a delicious marmalade sandwich.
Whoa, that's great, Paddington, so you're nice and full, huh?
Oh yes. Would you like a bite?
I don't know. I don't know if I can eat in the virtual studio right now. I'm trying to do a show, man. But
yes,
I can't believe you decided to grace us with your presence. This is insane.
Wow.
I mean,
It's really an honor.
Oh, that's very sweet of you to say, Carly.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's Paddington.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
I
Al, it's Paddington. Yes.
Oh, have you been being kind and polite, Carly?
It's always right.
Oh, yes.
I bet you're hungry. You want some marmalade?
What'd you say, Al?
What, Al?
I bet you're hungry. Do you want some marmalade?
Oh, haven't heard that one in a while. Please, come on. That's like the first thing everyone says to me.
Paddington,
Wow. Al, come on. Don't embarrass us.
Paddington, I've wanted to ask you this for a really long time, but is Hugh Bonneville nice in person?
Oh, yes. Oh, what a nice question. Hugh Bonneville, who of course plays my father in that movie, is very nice. He mostly keeps to himself, but he's been very nice, and I have no complaints.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really? That's really interesting, Paddington.
Thank you. Yes. Well, I must be going to leave.
Fabulous news. 500 likes.
500 likes. Wow, big deal.
500 today, 516 tomorrow. Congrats.
With 500 whole likes, no one can stop us.
500 likes, 500 likes.
No one can stop us. 500? 500. Keep it up.
Movie Blab, yo, got 500 likies, and Movie Blab will get
many likes more.
I remember when it just was like 50 fans, and we never thought it would get there, but we did know that it would get there. And now you're at 500.
So this is Johnny, and my favorite baseball movie is Major League. My favorite basketball movie is, I don't know, Hoosiers.
500! 500 likes! 500!
And it's only a matter of time until the whole world is talking about Movie Blab.
I believe it. The comical show that talks 10,000 movies. It will be the stuff of legends, myths, and lore.
500!
I love talking about Nick Cage.
500!
I love talking about Jackie Chan.
500 likes!
I love talking about Alfred Hitchcock. Playing Jeopardy with my friends.
500!
Not one of those likes was from me. Not one. Not on Instagram. Not on Twitter. Not on Facebook. Not the hair on my chinny chin chin.
Wow, big deal.
Big deal indeed, guys. That's right.
Did you unmute yourself?
We're talking about Movie Blab. I sure did. Thank you. Movie Blab, Movie Blab, Movie Blab. We're back, guys. It's gonna be fun. Craig, you almost ready?
I'm born ready.
I'm in my chair. Feels good. Second half of the show, you know. Let's take a look at how I look. All right. Thank you guys for tuning back in and staying tuned with us. We're having a great time. It's great to welcome Matt Cragg as I adjust his size.
I look like a giant compared to you.
You definitely don't look like you're at the desk either. You look like you're hiding behind a piece of wood. But now you do. You look great now, right?
Yeah. This is great.
Do you need an adjustment?
No. I
Just
look
ask. Great. Okay. I think you look great too. Looks like we got another. Oh my God. Just chill out for a second. Holy shit. Okay.
It's the IRS.
That's the IRS is calling. That was my response.
That's who that was.
The IRS needs to wait. I'm live and I'm trying to have a little chat with Craig before we get to any segments.
How's it going?
I'm good, dude. It's been fun. It was the myth busting thing is interesting. I was sort of actually the one that really disappointed me was that Spielberg didn't try to sneak. I think I was just spreading that lie recently that Spielberg tried to sneaked into the lot to get into the industry. I think I may have even said it on the show. Have you heard this rumor about Spielberg?
No.
We were discussing it earlier. It's that people have claimed, and I think I even read it in a book as a kid, that he sneaked onto the lot and then like conned his way into, would just show up every day, and then people started to think he worked there. I mean, these were simpler times. And then he just showed, he was like, I haven't been getting my paycheck.
Like maybe from Arrested Development.
Yeah. That's what I think that's based on, possibly that myth as well. Like that Spielberg origin story. That's completely not true. But Spielberg was like, there's all kinds. He seems to be the big thing that we realize is he seems to be the actual like the troll of these myths. He's been spreading them.
Oh yeah. Is he's the one like spreading them to sort of create sort of a lure of mystery behind himself.
It's ridiculous.
It sort of that feeds into like his infamy as a director, as a film director.
Yes, exactly. My theory is that he just
so you think he's sprinkling those in there?
My
for
theory
his
is
own
that he's actually
reputation?
just kind of a boring dude that's really good at making movies. And like that's the time that he's not boring. That's just my theory. And so.
Well, it's like, what's the harm in that?
Rumors about himself. Oh, I would do that.
It's that's absolutely something that I would do.
You can't be a living legend without legends about you.
Exactly.
And people still tell legends even to this time, oldest time, right, Craig?
Yes.
Well, that was fun. Yes, that was Mythbusters. You can call in for other reasons, or you can still give us your conspiracy theories. I guess we should just get to this now. And then, or should we talk about? Do you want to talk about? You want to
just make him? You can make him sweat a little bit.
Yeah, I mean it's his mom's birthday. I don't know.
It is his mom's birthday. Let's get him on here so he can go hang out with his mom.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds good. All right, guys. Well, as we're gonna give you a little, you know what? We'll explain it when he's on here.
Yeah, we'll give you a little backstory to everything that's going on here.
We're calling Alex Kahn our intern.
You'll get some movie blab behind the scenes.
For sure.
Yeah, about what's going on when we're not
Hello,
live.
Alex. That's right, guys.
Also,
it's
by the way,
time
you
for
can make
Intern
fun
Corner
of
with Alex Kahn. Oh, wait.
You gotta wait for your intro, Alex.
Wait for your intro, buddy. Wait for your intro. Wait for your intro. It's time for Intern Corner with Alex Kahn. That's right, guys. He's here, and he's ready to chat. We've only had 2 callers, but we've had 5 calls. I wonder why. It's Alex Kahn, guys. All right, what's up, bud?
So, according to Craig, he wants me to read one of the poems I wrote.
Yeah, so let's set this up before we.
Yeah.
So you can chime in a little bit, but we're gonna set this up, okay? We'd love to know how you feel along the way. Okay. So what happened was on the last episode, Alex is of course our intern. So on the last episode, we let him know that for like a little bit of time, Matt Craig, the man right here, was going to be his boss instead of me.
Andrew has a lot of responsibilities as being in charge of Movie Blab and running Movie Blab. And so, I figured I'd just take a little bit off his plate and, help him out with the intern.
Exactly. And
we decided it would be for the best if I was Alex's boss for a little bit, just as a little test run, just to see how it works.
Can you stop just crunching your phone, Alex?
Okay.
Can you place it down maybe on a surface and not or like?
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
See, these are the things we're talking about. Movie Blab.
Yeah. Some of these things are, we're doing a show here. You got to use the phone right, but it's okay. Alex Kahn is a very talented, creative person, and he does really good on the things that he likes to do. And he ended up liking you as a boss, Alex. Yeah. Go ahead. Anything else?
I feel like Alex was a little hesitant at first to let me be his boss and give him assignments.
Yeah.
But I understand Alex's true strengths and his honesty and fervor. And I wanted to give him something that would give him an opportunity to really express those positive traits with a little bit of structure attached to it too.
Yeah, I'd like to ask Alex how he felt going into this before, it was I believe he was your boss for a 72-hour period of time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alex,
yeah, that's about how long it lasted.
Yeah, what was that like for you as the Movie Blab intern to have a new boss?
It was like, again, I really do not like change. Like change is very hard for me, at least at first. So
it's hard for a lot of people. Yeah.
I kind of got into it, and Craig's a very kind of like when he's your boss, he's very like tough, but I think that when you give him good work, he does give you very much good credit.
Yeah. Okay. And that's what you came to realize eventually. So you were a bit nervous about it.
Yeah, that's what I came to realize.
Great.
Well, Alex, I have managerial experience. I managed a restaurant for a year. So, I just wanted to give you a little bit of that hospitality industry sink or swim mentality here.
Yes, this is an internship,
okay, cool.
These are your last 2 weeks of the internship, and that means it's go time, baby. And Matt Craig, really, you did a great job with what we asked you to do.
Yeah, and this is the other thing too, is like an internship, the purpose of an internship is to prepare you for the real world. you know, and in the real world, like people are going to give you assignments, and, you know, sometimes like you may not like them, but you can make the fun is in making them your own. And so I gave Alex I think so too.
Wait, I gave for you to, Alex, you were interested in whose idea it was that Craig became my boss, right?
Yeah, that was one big thing. Yeah. Which is
why did that matter?
Since we're talking about conspiracy theory, I thought that Andrew started really thinking that he hates me, and he really wanted to get rid of me, so it just gave me to Craig.
What? Well, that was wrong.
That's why we let you call into the show all the time.
Yeah, that's why. Yes. Yeah, that's why we gave you your corner, and I'm wasting a bunch of time letting you be my intern.
So anyway,
again, I'm sorry.
I'm joking, bro. Go ahead. Just relax. We're all good. Go ahead. Yeah, we're about to get into the fun part. Craig gave him a great assignment. Go ahead.
So I gave Alex an assignment, and I'm currently an English major. Have taken many classes on literary studies and creative writing, and I've learned a lot about poetry in my studies. And so I think Alex is truly a poet at heart.
We just identified when we were talking about it. We said, you know what, he is poetic, and therefore let's give him poetry.
Yeah, and you know, he's got that raw emotion that's needed to make poetry good and interesting. And so we decided that Alex should write a sestina.
A very complex form of poetry.
This is a very complex form of poetry.
I had to use a template for this.
Go ahead, Alex. What'd you say?
I said I had to use a template for this.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Well, I mean, it is. I mean, there's a real form to it, so like, it's okay that you used a template. You still made it your own. For those of you listening at home who don't know what a sestina is, I'll give you just a little short overview without going into too many of the rules. It is a 39-line poem, which consists of 6 stanzas of 6 lines and a triplet at the end, a 3-line stanza. And at the last word in every line has to repeat as the last word in another line in a different stanza. So you have to, like, every 6 lines ends with a different word, but each stanza has those 6 words that the line ends in.
Here's a simple graph to help you understand.
Yeah, there's a simple graph or template here to help you understand. There are rules about the last word in the first stanza has to be the last word in the first line of the next stanza too. So, you know, you can see how it would get confusing, but I thought Alex could handle it. And I thought it was a great idea. I thought it was a good way to give him an assignment.
But wait, before can I explain one thing? That you this really came out of you canceling Intern Corner for the period of time for this week, you know, and making a different corner.
You know, I thought he had gotten too comfortable in his intern corners, and that some of the material was then lacking because of his comfortability.
I disagree with this, Alex, but it's a professional meeting. You know?
Yeah, we had a professional meeting, and I just wanted to mix it up a little bit. And so I think you really knocked this one out of the park, bud. And I'm excited for the Movie Blab world now to be introduced to Poetry Corner with Alex Kahn.
That's right, guys. Before you get started, Alex, talk to us a little bit about poetry.
So I've actually, it's funny because when I was, I've been writing poetry. When I was around 13 to 15, I wrote a bunch of poems. I was really into music at the time, and I was really big into my dream at that time was to be a punk rock musician. So I just wrote a bunch of poems and a bunch of things I was going to turn into lyrics and stuff like that.
And I didn't know this about you, so you can say that my pegging you as a poet and picking this assignment for you was really a home run on my part too.
Yes, absolutely. You could also say that that Alex Kahn is a poet and you didn't even know it.
Alex Kahn was a poet, and I didn't even know it.
But also,
I'm sorry, Alex. Continue. I just wanted to point that out.
I want to congratulate you, and so does our audience, Matt Craig. So
Thank you.
hold for applause, Alex. Hold for applause, Alex. Hold for applause, Alex. Hold for applause. Hold for applause, Alex.
Hold for applause. Hold for applause.
Hold for applause. Hold for applause.
Like,
Hold for applause. Hold for applause. Hold for applause. It's still going. 4 more seconds. Applause. Applause. Okay, go ahead.
Like when I was in like basically like every girl that I've ever liked has gotten, there's like a poem that I wrote about her.
That's I've been there. Not every girl though.
Like, and it's not even just like 1 or 2 girls. It's literally like every single girl that I've ever been attracted to.
Oh my god, 100. That's 100 poems. You wrote 100 poems?
There is like a lot of poems.
Oh, he's got a lot of poems. You hear that, Craig? He's got a lot of poems.
He's got a lot of poems.
It's a good code word.
Yeah, and most of my poems are just like really, really emo, and they're just about like this one is about my social anxiety, especially my social anxiety around women.
Yeah,
this is what it's about.
This is a very vulnerable poem.
And
I was
also
surprised by how
told him,
open this was.
I will also say that he took the topic and really ran with it too, because I told him to write a sestina about Movie Blab, and it does have to do with Movie Blab, so he did follow directions, but he took it in his own way and really made it his own, and I appreciate that in a poet.
And Alex, you did ask me I'm sorry, I'm forgetting it now, but you asked me about you said, I don't want to do this, is what you were texting me. And
trying to undermine my authority from the jump.
Do you remember that? And you said, I don't want to do this. And then,
Because,
at the
I
end
thought
of
it
it,
was
at the
because,
end of it, you emerged a poet, right? That's our intent, is to make you a famous poet. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
I think it's a great path for you. I'm not kidding. I think you should major in poetry. I'm not kidding. You'll make better movies.
Cool.
Kidding. Don't do that. It'll suck.
And you've seen my films. Which do you like better, my poetry or my films?
Your poetry.
Let's find out. Craig's saying poetry.
Your poetry, and it's
let's
not
find
even
out
close
now,
for me,
because I'm hearing this poem for the first time. Read aloud.
I guess I have read it, but this is the. Does it have a title, Alex?
The poem is called Anxiety.
You're crunching your phone.
Anxiety. Okay.
It's about anxiety. It's called Anxiety.
Okay. Cool. All right. You seem a little anxious about performing this poem, Anxiety, but that's okay.
No, it's very personal, so I just wanted to read it first.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was going to give you a chance. I was going to be like, you don't have to read this because I didn't.
No, I want to read it.
Your assignment was to write a poem about how you love Movie Blab. That's also crucial information. God, we're hyped this 47 lines.
No, I am gonna read it.
39.
Okay, it's time now. I believe to get to it. Did we set it up enough? I feel like that was.
I think we did.
I think that was good.
Okay, and now let's see how this sounds. A poem from Alex Kahn. Do you not like the? Do you like this music?
No, I like it. It's cool.
Okay. You have 1 minute to do the poem. I can play other music afterwards. Okay, let's start it over.
Okay.
Are you ready to? You're gonna start the poem when I start the music. Okay. This is Alex Kahn's poem, "A Sestina," Anxiety, "A Sestina" by Alex Kahn. Intern.
I have a big heart. I'm crippled by my anxiety. I have to deal with this fucking rejection. Every time I feel like I'm getting trouble. I need to be uplifted. I get anxious around girls. Every time I get tense around girls, I'm bleeding from my heart. I need a song to feel uplifted.
Take your time. Take your time here. Take your time.
I need to get rid of this anxiety. Life just gives me trouble. I worry about rejection. Love just ends up in rejection. I used to write poems for girls. My life just keeps giving me trouble. The world keeps fucking with my heart. My life is crippled by my anxiety. I need a song to be uplifted. Please, God, I need to be uplifted. Show me Nirvana so I can deal with this rejection and end this anxiety. I need to stop thinking about girls and use my heart for better things and stop this trouble. I just keep getting followed by trouble. I need a song to be uplifted. I have a big heart. I accept this rejection. I stop thinking only about girls. I can fight my anxiety. I can stop my anxiety. I can fight my trouble. Thank you for fixing my obsession with girls. When I do intern corner, I am uplifted. I am no longer hurt by rejection. I have a really big heart. Movie Blab makes me uplifted and can fight my anxiety. My anxiety no longer gives me trouble. Girls no longer rule my heart. I'm done.
That was actually like such a lit poem. Thank you. Wow.
Great job, Alex.
You know, sometimes you expect something funny, but you get something serious.
You know, like the thing is, like, it is actually like a good poem. You know, it's got, you know, he's down in the beginning, and then he kind of has a whole arc where he comes up, and he finds himself and some self-identity there at the end. And I gotta say, I really like it. So, you know, some parts that are a little repetitive, but you know what? He did a great job. I'm a big fan of Anxiety Assistina by Alex Kahn. I think
Anxiety
really
Assistina
and by the way, you
by
can make fun of me. You can make fun of me.
And he used enjambment. If you look at the poem, you know, he had a couple times in which he interrupted the syntax between lines.
Yes.
You know, you're gonna want to use that intentional enjambment for really good poetry. And you know, he's got some strong imagery, some good words like Nirvana.
Let me ask a quick question. Alex, are you uncomfortable with the fact that we're not making fun of you right now?
No, I'm just saying you can. I just don't want you to feel like you're not able to.
Okay. Well, if we're gonna make this funny, we're gonna need to change something up. So I'm gonna suggest that you do this poem in the voice of a emo kid. I want to hear it again. No, actually, okay, cool. I'd rather hear it by an incel. Do you want to do it as an incel?
Yeah.
Okay, don't change the poem at all. Do you understand?
I have a big heart. I'm crippled by my anxiety. I have to deal with this fucking rejection. Every time I feel like I'm getting in trouble, I need to get uplifted. I get anxious around girls. Every time I get tense around girls, I'm bleeding from my heart. I need a song to feel uplifted. I need to get rid of this anxiety. Life just gives me trouble. I worry about rejection. Love just ends in rejection. I used to write poems for girls. Life keeps just giving me trouble. The world keeps fucking with my heart. My life is crippled by anxiety. I need a song to be uplifted. Please, God, I need to be uplifted. Show me Nirvana so I can deal with this rejection and end this anxiety. I need to stop thinking about girls and use my heart for better things and stop this trouble. I just keep getting followed by trouble. I need a song to be uplifted. I have a big heart. I accept this rejection. I stop thinking only about girls. I can fight my anxiety. I can stop my anxiety. I can fight my trouble. Thank you, God, for fixing my obsession over girls. When I do intern corner, I am uplifted. I am no longer hurt by rejection. I have a really big heart. I am uplifted by Movie Blab. I can fight my rejection. My anxiety no longer gives me trouble. Girls no longer rule my heart.
You see how much better of a reading that was?
So much better. When you do your incel character, you
really all the raw emotion that I saw when I read the poem, I really heard it in that performance this time, and you know that was good. You're like a real slam poet. We're gonna start getting you to do some open mics.
Yes.
Whenever the pandemic ends.
Whenever the pandemic ends, we will have field segments. So you will.
Yeah,
I won't be doing them.
Yeah, so I just wrote that poem just generally about my social anxiety. And like just generally, especially
it's the title.
Like when I was around 16 or 17, I got really anxious around girls. I'm still, but like I'm less, but especially when I was 16 and 17, I got really tense around women.
Let me do something
really
for you
bad.
real quick, buddy. Let me do something for you real quick.
You know, when
Hold
you
on,
read that poem, you would never know.
This is for you. Hey, everybody. Just to let you know, Alex Kahn is looking for a special lady who's super chill and doesn't give him anxiety. If you want to set up a date with Alex Kahn, you can call us here at 908-679-9940. That's going to be a live virtual date with Alex Kahn.
He writes poetry.
Give him a call. He's a poet. He is a hardworking individual. He knows a lot about movies. He has a lot of strong opinions, and he has excellent hair. Makes him look like Heath Ledger.
Oh, by the way, my hair is fading. My dye is fading. What color do we want for my hair next time?
Oh, we get to pick? We're gonna
Yeah,
have to
you
do.
guys-
We're gonna have
you
to
guys
do a
get to help
poll.
pick.
We're gonna have to let the audience pick that.
Shave your head.
No,
You want me to take my...
I want you to give me. I want you to give me 5 options for what you could do with your hair, and I will let the people vote. Because I won't make this decision,
okay.
but I will let Movie
Okay,
Blab as a community make
green.
this decision.
Green,
Okay, we got green,
blue.
blue. Okay, what about hairstyles? Like, you got to mix it up. So you got to be like, I will do a blue.
Mohawk.
Mohawk, yeah. I will do a.
The
pink.
hairstyle is not in the picture. The hairstyle is not in the picture.
Are you just
No,
gonna?
it's just the color.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Just
so
the
we'll
color.
just
Oh,
choose
I
the
thought we
color.
were I thought we were doing a whole Alex Kahn makeover.
Yeah,
I
I would
little
probably.
excited.
I will Venmo you $50 if you do from Movie Blab, from our sponsors. If you do this.
I will donate $50 to a bail fund in your name. If you.
I will
if
give
do
you.
this.
I will give you $50 to donate or do with what you please, and Crag will donate an additional $50 to a charity concerning the very important movements that are happening right now.
Yeah. I will donate to a bail
and bailing
fund.
people out of jail
Yeah,
who should
are
be
you?
free.
Yeah.
So that's $100 that you're raising.
Green. I was thinking about doing pride colors, but that would be really fucking hard.
Okay, yeah. Would you do like an American flag? Can that be an option?
No, I mean like pride colors because it's
It's Pride
Gay
Month.
Rights Month.
Oh, I see. A rainbow.
Yeah.
And it's important to remember, while we're talking about Pride Month, that some of the thing that Pride celebrates is the Stonewall riots, in which people were Black and multiracial, queer, and trans communities were throwing bricks at police officers at the Stonewall Inn in New York City. So, you know, if we're going to celebrate
Also,
Pride,
by
we
the
got to
way,
celebrate
there's
these
a,
protests too.
Wow.
There's a rally right near my
Just
house.
saying.
I might go.
That's fun. What?
There's a rally right near me. Actually, I might go.
Do a field report. No, don't get. Well, I don't know if you. I don't think. Well, I mean,
But
can
yeah,
you take
Make the
a bullet?
decision for yourself.
Can you take a rubber bullet?
The five colors are green, blue, pride colors, pure black, and like a kind of a like a more pinkish red.
Did you hear the part where we said that we would raise $100, 50 of which would go to you and 50 of which would go to a charity for if you use different hairstyles as well as colors?
Yeah.
Okay, like what would you ideally want me to do?
Okay,
with my
I would. The 5 options I would want is I would want 1, a shaved head.
Shaved head for sure.
I would want 2, mohawk, a certain color. I would want 3
mullet.
No, they shouldn't all.
His
be...
hair's long enough that he could do a pretty.
I don't want to do that.
My brother has a mullet.
All right, 3 mullet. Number 4, let's do like you keep your hair the same length. But
bald
it's like,
ponytail.
No.
You know those guys
these
that are
too
bald
bad.
on the
No,
top
it
of their
can't
head?
be like-
What about a man bun?
Man bun? Can't you already do that?
You can already do a man
You
bun.
can
That's
already
not
do a
really
man bun. You
changing
trying
your
to trick us?
hairstyle. That's just like putting your hair up.
You trying to trick us? Hello.
We're trying to raise money for charity here.
We're trying to raise
Alex.
some money for charity using your hairstyles. Is there something wrong with that?
Okay, I'll think about it. But what about
Wait. What
yeah,
about? Wait.
so-
I want to finish this conversation. Can we please? This is after the. This is our second part of the show. We're just talking here. What would you be willing?
Yeah.
What hairstyles are you willing to consider beyond just changing the color of your hair for $100 for charity?
Shaved head is like maybe. The other thing is maybe I'm maybe like a little shaved in my again, this is scary, man.
A little shave in your middle?
Yeah, in my here. Like, you know how like those one people, you know how like I know he's like an asshole, but remember how Max Landis had that really stupid like hair?
No, I don't like Max Landis.
No, you remember how Max Landis had like the hair that was like kind of like that was like shaved in one side, but it was like long in the other one?
If you send it over to me, I'll take a look, Craig.
Yeah, but that's an idea. But yeah, with
this haircut. It's the Gary Oldman from Fifth Element haircut.
But the hairstyle is definitely like
no one's seen that movie.
But the main thing, and I will give you like a thumbs up or thumbs down on hairstyle like tomorrow. But with hair color, I want to focus on now. So which like I want to like get Andrew and Matt's opinion first.
Okay, a rainbow's fine. I mean, I don't care as much about this as I do about raising money for charity to get you to do a audience poll for what to do with your hair. Do you think we're gonna get out of here anytime soon? We're not. It'll grow back by the time it's over.
It'll grow back. Has to.
No. All right. Well, you're not.
Also,
as punk-
you know what?
I guess you're
you
not
know
as punk
what?
rock as
You know
I
what
thought.
I'll do?
I guess you're
You
not
know
as
what,
punk
like,
rock
I'm
as I
planning
thought
on
you
doing?
were.
I'm gonna release pictures. You know what I might do as well?
Don't release.
I'm gonna release like really, really embarrassing pictures of me with short hair.
No, you don't need to humiliate yourself. We're going to do a fun poll with the audience as to what to do with your hair, and we're going to raise money for charity.
Hair color and hair, just say the hair color is definite, and the hairstyle.
Why won't you move on the style? What's the deal? Why, I don't think you're going to change your mind on this, unless I talk to you about why it's such a good idea.
What do you think besides the
I'm kind of over it if you're not going to shave your hair for charity.
If you're not going to shave your head, I'm not going to weigh in. If you're not willing to make shave your head one of the 5 options.
I remember I remember when I first met you, you had a shaved head.
Aren't I trying to prove to you no, the first time I met you no. Anyway, aren't I trying to Okay. Aren't you trying to prove in this final part of the internship your dedication to Movie Blab? Wouldn't this be a great way to do that?
Don't you want a good rec letter?
Yeah, we're gonna write your rec letter. We could write about how he was willing to go above and beyond in terms of the performance art elements, the of the show, the Dadaism of the show.
Okay, I'm really you have to understand the idea behind getting a new hairstyle is really fucking scary, man.
Why?
He did say that he didn't like change.
Oh, he doesn't like change.
He doesn't like change.
But I think that's why I like this idea, because we're trying to just expose you to change, What if you, in the future, become a filmmaker cop and you can't have hair like that,
A filmmaker cop?
Yeah, a cop filmmaker. There's a lot of those.
You mean like David Ayer or some shit?
Can we get to this? Can you just agree to do this? This is a good idea. It's a poll, and you get to shave your head, maybe, and you get to have...
Alex. I would be willing to for half the money. You can do the Gary Oldman from Fifth Element Max Landis haircut.
Okay, we can put that on.
Which means you shave half of your head.
But it's a poll.
Do you want to know what I would?
That's right. We're having the people vote on it.
You know what I would do?
The people decide.
If you agreed to do this, if you would agree to do this.
Okay, what do you want?
Totally
give us your demands. Give us your demands. What's it gonna take? I guess $100 to charity isn't enough.
You could introduce me to some chicks and you could talk to girls for me.
I have to introduce you to chicks. This is gonna be really.
Yeah.
I mean, over Zoom.
Okay, wait. So your demands are this.
You think I know a bunch of 18-year-old girls? I don't know any 18-year-old girls.
You want us to introduce you to girls, and you want us to give money to charity, and then you will consider letting us have the fans and audience of Movie Blab vote on a hairstyle change for you. That is an insane.
I'll get a porn star to send you a cameo.
You know what? I'm just gonna donate the money to charity anyway.
Well, don't tell him that. That's our whole thing.
No, I mean you would do these demands if I agreed to do it.
So how would I deliver that to you? Like what would that look like? Let's say I have a girl that, I don't know, is willing to go on a Zoom date with you. Would that be good?
That would be okay.
then you would let us do the poll. Isn't there some better demands than this?
This is like 1950s like state fairs. They like auction off their wives for dates, like to give money to charity.
Fine, man.
You're gonna do it?
You don't know how fucking scary this shit is.
Why is it scary? I shaved my head once, like you pointed out. Everyone's hair. Everyone's doing their. It's part of Corona. Everyone's doing their own cool hair. I mean, we're not gonna make you. I'm gonna make it humane. I'm not gonna like. I'll weigh in on these 5 options and I'll make them not as bad as we're saying they are.
So you want shaved head.
I don't know. What would you look like with a shaved head? I can probably run you through one of those.
We won't know until we find out.
Yeah, I mean,
no, I'm trying to find out.
That's part of the fun of this.
You would like to do.
Yeah, we'd like to try a couple of options, but I mean, I'm willing to negotiate. You know, I don't know about this. Like, would you be willing to have this date on the air?
It would have to be on the air.
Could it be a movie related? Would you like to? If I found a girl who would watch a movie with you on air, would you be down for that as a movie date, as like a Netflix and chill, live on Twitch? Exclusively on Twitch,
like we did with The Happening.
Like we did with The Happening, but it's like you don't know
how fucking scary this.
But what if you stop? You're live on the internet right now. What are you scared about? You just read a whole vulnerable poem, and now you're telling me you're scared. I thought you were a punk rocker.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to pick this up another time. I mean, it sounds like
okay, but dude, by tomorrow, I will send you a text whether I am like willing to do this or not.
Why don't you announce it?
Then I think we should move on. I think we should move on.
Why don't you call in?
Oh, that's a great idea.
No,
tomorrow
we're not doing this idea. Craig said no. Craig said no. We can't do this idea.
You're taking too long. You know,
yeah, it's taking too long. We're getting bored.
I'm over it.
Okay, dude, maybe. Okay, dude.
It's a fun
thing. If you guys
thing.
really want it.
Of course we want it. Have you heard anything we're saying?
Dude, I will like do it, but you also have to put in you also have to put in the polls stay the same.
The what?
You also have to put in the polls stay the same.
The polls stay the same?
Who do you think is going to vote for your hair to stay the same?
Oh, you want stay the same?
He wants to stay the same as an option.
I'll do that. That's fine. Stay the same is totally an option. I don't think people will pick stay the same.
Who's going to pick stay the same?
I don't think they will. Maybe people will. I mean, people who don't like people who don't like the poll probably. But I mean, he's willing to do it.
Dude, let's like fucking. Okay, cool. I gotta go. But let's like fucking.
We finally drove him away.
Yeah, go celebrate your mom's birthday.
Go celebrate your mom's birthday. Happy birthday to your mom. I think this is a fun idea. If you don't think it is, that's fine. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
No, dude. Like I'm actually just letting you know. I'm like 70% gonna do this.
Ooh, you're at 70%. God, there's so many statistics involved in this.
Okay, cool.
All right, peace and love.
See you.
Bye. Is he getting in trouble with his mom there? I heard someone yelling.
I heard. I think he was supposed to go celebrate her birthday a little bit earlier than he did.
Oh, well, he didn't tell me about anything like that.
No, I know. It's just an inference I'm making based off of hearing that just a little bit of yelling there at the end of the the phone call. Okay, everybody, that was Alex Kahn, our intern.
Oh my God! Wow.
Whoa, goodness, exhausting.
Well, I mean, it's like.
I hope he shaves his head for charity.
He's not gonna shave his head. He's gonna put it he's gonna let the people decide.
I know he's gonna let the people decide, and I'm saying I'm gonna run a campaign. I'm gonna be like Boss Tweed
I will
over
review
here,
these votes and cross it with your mutual friends.
Getting people to vote for shaved head.
And that's gonna make it not happen. God damn. Well, that was all super movie related and fun.
Yeah, we had him read some poetry. We talked about him shaving his head. Yeah, let's
no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we were just kind of chilling there, but let's talk about Uncut Gems, a movie you watched yesterday.
I am so down to talk about Uncut Gems. Let me have a little water.
And you guys, if you have any opinions on Uncut Gems or on Alex Kahn shaving his head, please call in now.
Yeah, that's right. You should call in.
908-679-9940. The Movie Blab hotline.
You heard it. The Movie Blab hotline is open at 908-679-9940. We'd love to hear from you. We know you got lots to share, lots to say. As we get farther into the show, we run out of ideas of what to talk about. That's where you come in. Ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring. That's what it sounds like when you call. Okay. Let's talk about Uncut Gems. Oh, my God. This film was so dope. I loved it so much. It was so badass. It was so thrilling and original and unique, but also, delivered all the things I wanted and expected and everything more. It was such a dope, gritty story. I can't get over it, dude. I loved it. Uncut Gems.
I love this movie.
Yeah.
I thought this movie...
We got a caller. Let's take a look here.
Call from...
Yo, this is Johnny, and...
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Okay, let me just...
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Oh. What the F? Keep talking.
Call him back.
I will.
Uncut Gems. Really, really great movie. I thought this movie was slept on. Not from a zeitgeist perspective or a critical acclaim perspective, but according to the Academy. The Academy really slept on this movie, which I think was a major misstep on their
bummer.
fall.
I didn't even know what a bummer it was until
because I thought maybe for some of the acting categories, maybe even a Best Picture. I don't know. I enjoyed this movie way more than I enjoyed Ford versus Ferrari, and it was nominated for Best Picture.
There are a bunch like that, yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed Adam Sandler in this movie
so immensely
more than I enjoyed most of the other Best Actor nominees, I would say, in their performances. So I mean, I really really loved this movie. It was a blast, an anxiety-riddled roller coaster. Hit on a lot of my favorite things. Gambling and sports being two of my favorite things. Really just those two things, I'm not a huge fan of jewels or jewelry, but I know a fair amount about it, I guess. My sister is a jewelry designer, so I don't know, hit a lot of boxes for me.
We have a caller.
Excellent. Is this Johnny?
Yes, I think he's going to weigh in on conspiracies, so we'll take a small, brief step away from Uncut Gems to discuss this. Johnny, how's it going? Johnny from Texas.
It's going. What's up, Movie Blab?
Dub.
Johnny!
So did you hear my message?
No, should I play it now?
If you want.
I want.
I like listening
to
this
is Johnny, and of course my favorite movie conspiracies all have to do with The Shining.
Okay, good. I wanted some Shining stuff.
That's it. That's all I got to say.
That's all I got to say.
Coolest movie with conspiracies.
It is a cool. Yes, exactly. Sharad tried to tell me there wasn't myths about The Shining, and I'm going to give him a lot of shit about that, especially now that I have Johnny to defend this with actual facts. Johnny, what kind of conspiracy theories are you aware of that associate with The Shining?
Well, the main thing is that that The Shining was basically a self-story for Kubrick, that he actually faked the moon landing, and that it separates himself from Stephen King's book right from the get-go. And all of these things are like clues that, basically him getting off his chest that he did this. And there's, all sorts of interesting facts in the movie. And, that is by far my favorite conspiracy about any kind of movies.
So the moon landing, I mean, do you believe that in any capacity at all? Can you buy this?
I think it's not, it doesn't necessarily say that we didn't go to the moon. It's more like we didn't see exactly what was on the moon. We got Kubrick's version.
Is that what I feel like you kind of believe that this is a possibility. Am I right?
I do. I think it's slightly plausible.
Amazing.
And the other thing is a lot of things that, like, Kubrick didn't do a movie between 2001: Space Odyssey and The Shining, and that was like 8 years between these movies. So
Okay.
what was he doing during this time? And he's like one of the greatest directors of all time, and he's not making a movie within 8 years. Seems a little fishy to me.
He was so busy faking the moon landing.
I think these are all good points, but like, do you really think they could have gotten away with it for this long at this point? Like the amount of people it would take to fake a moon landing, fake a moon landing. You couldn't have really like a limited hangout type of situation because you have the astronauts, the people on set, obviously the Hollywood executives that would be involved in making this. That's. I mean, I'm all for conspiracy theories as much as the next guy, but this one I think it's just too big.
That could be very well, but I think there's just a lot of things that, and there's several movies about the conspiracies, about the whole thing, and they go through lots of different facts, and yes, I do think that they could get away with it, especially back then without the, a lot of the social media and all those other things.
Yeah, I guess with Epstein now, like, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I shouldn't think that, they can get away with anything. So why not faking a moon landing?
Well, and the other thing is, there's all these other conspiracies around Kubrick as well. And, you have all these other, director Spielberg in general is, he even puts The Shining in what is it, Ready Player Go or whatever, which I really like that movie.
You like that? I liked it too more than I thought I would. I'm not ashamed to say it.
And why would he pick that movie? But, I guess it goes with the story, but still there's a lot of things in The Shining you're like, what the heck is going on here? And I never read the King book, but, obviously there's a lot of stuff that, that wasn't in the King book that was in the movie.
Yeah.
Why did he do that? It's, it's his movie. And,
I love this.
supposedly Jack is, Kubrick in this movie. And, him going through all these different, kind of, is he going crazy kind of moments are, basically him saying, this is how I felt doing all this.
It's his message. Interesting.
There's
I
like I said, there's a couple of conspiracy movies about it out there.
Yeah.
And they're worth a watch. I mean, they're definitely have some.
Did you lose an afternoon to those before in the past? Did you spend a whole afternoon?
I've watched them and enjoyed them. It's just like, oh, that's I think we all like conspiracies because it's like it explains it in your head in a way that that could be cool and that could be interesting, and that if it was that, then how it changes your view on things. I think conspiracies itself are just
they're fun.
They're fun
or they're terrible. Either one, depending.
Right.
They can be bad.
Oh, for sure.
Underlying
but
theme.
then you get the laughter. Oh, that's a sucky conspiracy theory, kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, Johnny, I'm glad you called in about that because there is a lot there, and I think that you maybe sold me a little bit. Maybe I'm starting to think I'm not.
I think
I'm
there's
sorry.
one out there, Room 237 or something.
Yeah, I've seen that one. That one's fun. That's a good documentary. I like that a lot. Yeah, it's a good hoax documentary.
Just certain things like the little kid has a handmade Apollo 11 sweater. You know.
I mean, but we've been talking a lot today about how directors like to create myths about themselves. And don't you think Stanley Kubrick is the kind of guy that would, if a myth started, just feed it more?
Oh yeah. I mean, like I said, I mean, there's theories about Eyes Wide Shut, and then has this whole Illuminati kind of background, who's really controlling stuff, and
Lolita.
Go ahead.
Lolita.
Lolita as well, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Lolita as well. Yeah.
Oh, well, Lolita, yeah. And then, of course, Artificial Intelligence, that was going to be his last movie, but Spielberg took it up and to finish it. And, has all these references, basically little kids being slaves and, all these other weird kind of conspiracy theories thrown in there as well.
They can get dark. I mean, we've talked about a lot of them, and they're all pretty dark, including Richard Gere. I almost threw up on the show when I was reading about that.
Oh, I missed that one.
About the gerbiling.
If you read about Richard Gere and the tunneling, you can go down a real deep, dark hole.
But Johnny, before you leave us, we have to do a quick ad because we actually have a sponsor for the show now, which is pretty amazing. I don't know if you want to be associated with it or not, but this is an ad for this great company that is called SaveGreenMoney.com. That's right, guys. SaveGreenMoney.com is available to you by typing in the address you see right here, SaveGreenMoney.com. Think about it, guys. You can get your solar panels this way. If you're a DIY person trying to set up some dank shit, some cool setups.
Listen, they have top quality products.
With some windmills and shit. You can get all of this stuff. The highlighted we were going to highlight a product. Did you want to do that, Matt?
Oh, yeah, sure. You can get the Simo 5.0 3M. Or you can get the ME series inverter, 12V DC, 2000 watt, 100A charger, ME 2012, Magnum Energy.
Oh, yeah. Check this out. It's on sale. You can save $549 on this thing.
List price, $1,399. Our price, $850.
Look at those savings. That's insane.
$549.
And you get free freight shipping. Freight shipping free? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, free shipping on this product.
Just for this giant thing?
For this Magnum Energy charger.
It's awesome.
Is that what it is? Yeah. They got all sorts of great things for all your solar panel needs.
Yeah, you can get a little kit. They have a great kit.
You can get some water pumps. There's some top quality equipment and customer service. Folks.
The benefit of shopping with Save Green Money is threefold. You get what you want. You're moving towards sustainable living, and you're saving money in the process. And that's what we're talking about. This is a real business, independently owned and operated. It's not some large conglomerate, and Save Green Money has the greenest deals in town. Isn't that right, Johnny?
Thank you very much. I appreciate all that, and I appreciate Movie Blab. You guys are the great movie talkers on the web.
Thank you, Johnny. Johnny, do you think you're gonna go buy a solar panel after that ad?
Yeah, we think you should buy a solar panel at this website, SaveGreenMoney.com.
I'll buy a solar panel and email it to you, or mail it to you.
Email me a solar panel. That sounds perfect.
Sleep on it.
Oh man. Well, it's been fun, Johnny. Have you seen Uncut Gems?
I have not. I'll listen to your commentary and then watch it maybe tonight.
No, don't listen to our commentary and then go watch it because I don't want to ruin it for you.
Okay.
Thank you for calling in, bro.
Yeah, you guys are great. Thanks.
All right, peace and love.
See you, Johnny.
Okay. Back to Uncut Gems. That was great.
God, I love this movie.
Great job with the ad, Craig.
Thanks, man.
Do me a favor and
love to SaveGreenMoney.com.
Pat you on the back.
Thank
you. There you go. Got your little Calvin and Hobbes tattoo.
Yeah, I wonder if we can show that on the stream.
What? You can't show a tattoo?
Yeah, no, you probably can, but
what?
Yeah,
what?
I don't know. I have a Calvin and Hobbes tattoo for everyone wondering at home.
Do you want
Uncut Gems.
Yeah, okay. You want to plow through, right? Okay. Let's do it. You don't want to take a break, right? Would you like a little break before we get into Uncut Gems deeper? Or do you want to just get right to it? And either one.
No, let's just get right to it.
Okay.
Let's plow through.
That sounds good. Uncut Gems. I loved this. The performances were incredible. To find out, for people who don't know what it's about, it concerns a gem salesman, correct? A gem store owner in the Diamond District, who
with his debts mounting and angry collectors closing in, a fast-talking New York City jeweler, I can never say that word, jeweler risks everything in hope of staying afloat and alive. So, Adam Sandler, he plays Howie in this movie, and Howie's got debts out all over town. He is, struggling to make payments. He's got a real problem with betting on the NBA. He's buying and selling jewelry to try and pay off his debts, and is just kind of running around like a crazy person. And it's really like anxiety driven, and you are on edge the whole time, and you're wondering, does he have a plan? Does he know what he's doing, or is he just making this up as he goes along?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's really interesting to watch. It reminds me of the film they did before this one, Good Time, a lot.
Oh yeah, I don't know which one I like more. I think I like Good Time more, but I loved Uncut Gems.
Oh, I definitely like Uncut Gems more. I think
really?
Uncut Gems takes a lot of the things that they did well in Good Time and just does them better.
I agree completely. What it does also, just to add to the kind of the experience of watching it, is that it gives you the active thrill of a gambling addict. Because of Adam Sandler's performance, because of how passionate he is about it. We just got a comment from Alex Kahn. It says, "Here is my ideas: mullet, shaved part of head, shaved head, movie blab, shaved into head, and stay the same."
How's he gonna get movie blab shaved?
I don't know, but I'm gonna say yes to this. Alex, you should call in again. He says I'm.
No, I think that's fine.
He says I'm effing scared. I'm effing scared, but I just want to get him to say it on the show that he's gonna do it. That's all.
Yeah, he can call back tomorrow or whenever the next show is.
I kind of need it though for the video announcing that he's gonna shave his head though. That's the problem. That's the only reason I'm trying to get him back in here, is because I need to announce this at some point. It's okay though. Go ahead. Back in Uncut Gems.
Gonna add another 40 minutes of the stream.
You see me. No, we're gonna wrap it up here in 12 minutes. Idina Menzel is incredible in it. It also stars Kevin Garnett,
Lakeith
Fox,
Stanfield,
Eric
The Weeknd.
The Weeknd is in it, which is incredible. But yes, it makes you feel the thrill of being a gambling addict, and it's just a classic. It's almost like a corrupt cop movie in the sense that it's like it's a heist movie, but it's like in that it's scamming all of these people all at once in this period of time.
Mike Francesa.
So it is a heist movie to me in a way, which is weird. But he is like stealing and ripping people off and stealing their possessions and diamonds and jewels and stuff. The way he would pawn off all of his friends' stuff, keeping in my safe for you. And it's also so surreal. It's like a nightmare, like a manic fucking fever dream is what is the word.
Yeah. It's a panic attack, the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. And to see him jump in and out, like he clearly has some sort of split personality disorder or something. I mean, there's a lot going on mentally there. It's a whole mix of things that he's portraying there. It also reminded me so much of Punch Drunk Love in some ways.
Yeah, I could see that.
The intensity, the anxiety building. Like, I just feel like that and also because it's just a great performance from Adam Sandler from an auteur.
I listened to a podcast where the Safdie brothers were interviewed, and they said a big inspiration for this movie was Bad Lieutenant, the Harvey Keitel one.
That's awesome. That makes me want to rewatch the Harvey Keitel Bad Lieutenant.
Yeah, which makes sense because he's got debts out all over town. I mean, the Nick Cage one too, right? He's got debts out all over town. And it does give you that seemingly that rush of what it feels like to have money on the table or money on a game.
Yeah.
Like all the scenes of him watching the basketball games. Like you said, Andrew, you told me last night that you're like, I've never cared about basketball, but like this, I was like so invested in what was going to happen next in the game.
Yeah, way to call me out for hating sports again.
No, I thought that shows how good the movie is. It can have.
Yes.
It can be about sports and still like.
I mean, if
really
you like true crime, if you like thrillers, if you like gritty movies, if you like an indie film starring a big megastar. These are all things that were attracted to me about the movie. Besides the fact that the Safdie brothers directed it.
All the character actors that are in this movie too, like all the people that play like weird little bit parts, like those twins, or the guy in the casino. Who's like trying to get Julia Fox to come up to his room.
Yes, the rock star guy who ends up bringing out the money.
Yeah, the Wayne Diamond guy. Yeah,
oh, so good.
There are just like a bunch of like characters that they either like that I heard that they were either like people that actually worked in the Diamond District, or they had some weird connections to the Safdie brothers or like the New York film scene, just like these characters that are just always around, and they just like somehow put them all in this movie.
Yeah. It does have like tons like, and the people just gathering around. It feels like a smoke shop in there. The diamond shop.
Yeah. It's that where you're looking down in the glass at what
my favorite scene is that glass scene where the glass collapses. And at that
where
it's a sign
where Kevin Garnett puts his hands on the glass and he keeps telling him not to put his elbows on the glass, and he's like, I told him not to do it. And it just shows like he's so cheap, he doesn't even put thick enough glass. Like, yeah.
But also he's like a huge NBA player, so that's probably also a factor. Yeah. And he really is leaning into it. And I read on IMDb that they didn't tell him when it was the charge was gonna go off that was gonna break the glass, so he like fell. In that scene when they were filming, he didn't know when he was gonna actually fall through.
Oh wow!
And no one else did either, so that their reactions would be real. And I always love those things that are like, it's also their reactions would be real. We messed with these people.
Some of the IMDb trivia is pretty good too.
I'll go through it real quick while I turn my AC on because it's burning up in here.
Daniel Day-Lewis praised Adam Sandler's performance in this film. Sandler said that is one of the highlights of his career. It was Julia Fox's idea for her character to get Howard's name tattooed on her ass. Adam Sandler's wife convinced him to take on the role after reading the screenplay and watching Good Time.
Yeah, I love that. It was from his wife. So, like, she was like, "Yeah, do a movie with integrity do one for you."
Yeah. The Julia Fox too. Julia Fox is like a New York socialite that had worked as like a dominatrix for a while, and this is her first.
I know, that was interesting.
She had like posed for Playboy and worked as a dominatrix for a while. And was also like a visual artist, and where she like did a bunch of silk canvases like covered in her own blood and stuff. And they just like, she was just such a character and just like so good that they like had to put her in this movie. I mean, like all of the actors in it have like that aren't like huge big names have like really like crazy backstories. It was shot on 35 millimeter.
It seems like they're big personalities, and they like to like find people just because they tell such real gritty stories about such wacky characters.
Mm-hmm.
Are you hearing me or no?
Yeah, no, I'm hearing you.
Okay.
I'm hearing you. Sorry.
No, it's all right. I just think that it simultaneously feels very real, but also like hyper cartoony in a way. This movie.
Yeah, Good Time was the same way a little bit,
and it makes these sort of broader actors
these heightened characters.
Yeah, that's why someone like Robert Pattinson or someone like Adam Sandler are like big enough, and that when they bring it down, it's impressive.
Oh, somebody's calling in.
Call from
Alex Kahn.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Isn't your mom's birthday? What are you doing?
Hello.
Have you accepted the challenge? Are you going to let the Movie Blab audience decide what kind of cut you can get?
I'm very scared. I'm very, very fucking scared. You don't know how fucking scared I am.
What does your family think? Have you asked them?
I just talked to them. My mom's kind of all for it. My dad's a little scared, but
I think it would be good to cut that hair in different, in some.
I think it'd be good to cut that hair, bud.
If you're trying to help, if you want Movie Blab's help getting girls, the first thing we're gonna do is cut that hair.
We're gonna cut that hair.
No offense.
What is so bad about long hair?
It takes a lot of maintenance that you don't do.
Dude, I do maintenance on my fucking. You don't know how much fucking like shit I do for my hair.
Well.
We're gonna cut that hair, bud.
We're gonna cut that hair, bud. And trust me, the girls are gonna come. If the girls are gonna come running in the knockin'. I can't personally set you up on any Movie Blab sponsored virtual dates until we do this competition. So I'm glad that you said you're scared, but are you gonna do it?
Fuck. Okay.
Hold on.
Oh, just so you know, I do have the right to decline.
You what?
At the end.
You what?
I have the right to decline at the end.
No, that doesn't work. What is the point of it if you can decline? Why would we waste people's time taking a poll of what your haircut should be like if you're going to just say no? You're either in or you're out. That's the scary part. That's why you just need to do this. It's fun. Your mom says it's a good idea, and it's her birthday. You should listen to her.
Okay, bye. Okay.
Do you accept?
So, my preferred, like, just so you know, out of all of them, I sent Andrew the options that I had.
Yes, I like the options that you have. I'll go over them quickly before you accept this, and we get Craig's approval. Mullet. Okay, the options are mullet, shaved part of head, shaved head, Movie Blab shaved into head, or stay the same. I kind of like them all.
I'm sticking with shaved head. That's gonna be my vote.
No, of course, but do you like those options?
I don't know how he's gonna execute Movie Blab shaved into head.
That's why it might get my vote. Okay, I like these terms, don't you? Or do you want to change that one?
Yeah, no, I think these are good. The only thing I'm
He could do an
considering
MB.
is-
He could do an MB. He could do M on one side and B on the other for Movie Blab.
Is your mom
that's
gonna
a good
do this
idea.
for you?
What'd you say, Craig?
Wait, is your mom gonna cut your hair for you, Alex? Or you gonna go get it cut?
No, don't go get it cut. Let your mom do it.
Let your mom do it, right?
I'm fucking so fucking scared, dude.
That's why the bit works. That's why it's fun. That's why you're helping. That's how you're helping the show. You're showing your dedication to the show, and you're also. I mean, I'm still gonna. We're both gonna. Craig and I are each gonna donate to charity, like we said we would. $50.
Without a doubt.
If you do this, we're gonna donate to charity $50 each of us to bail bonds. Like we said, we're gonna hold that. So we need an answer now. Okay, I'm gonna do a drum roll, and then you're gonna give an answer. The drum roll will last as long as it takes, but when you're ready, say okay.
Yes, but I have the right to decline.
No.
No. You're wasting our time, buddy. We're going to have to let you go.
Okay, yes. Yes.
Now I don't believe you, though, because you didn't do it at the formal time when I said, okay, so I'm going to do the drum roll, and then I'm going to stop the drum roll, and you're going to say, I, Alex Kahn, formally accept that my hair will be decided by the people of Movie Blab. Okay? Here we go.
Okay, I'm actually taking away the shaved head option.
What the fuck?
No.
This is bullshit,
Okay,
dude.
no.
All right, we'll let you go.
Forget it.
Yeah, goodbye. Goodbye.
No.
Forget it. Hang up on him. Hang up on him.
Goodbye,
He won't do
goodbye.
it. He's not going to do it.
Challenge.
No, it's not. It's,
You don't
you're
accept
not
the
gonna
challenge.
do
You
it.
keep
You don't
saying
accept
you've
the
said that
challenge.
3 times, and then you didn't accept. And then in between, you're like, actually, I'm scared. I don't accept the challenge, and I'm gonna take. I
You're
want the
like,
option to not go.
I want the option to veto.
I already gave you
Actually,
an
I
option
wanna
of
get rid
stay the
shaved
same.
head.
I already gave you the option of stay the same. So people who want to take pity on you and keep your hair the same, which will be no one, because there will be a picture of you and your hair on there, and you're gonna look so much better when it's all cut up. Okay, so. Trust me on this one, bud. I got your back.
What's
It's a win-win for everyone.
What's your vote gonna
I
be?
gotta pee. I can't keep talking to this guy.
Okay, listen.
No, I said I accept the option.
You can go pee. Just go pee. I'll keep. I just got to get a lockdown here. You accept this?
Yes.
I just don't believe you, dude. I don't know why. I just feel like it's gonna suck to because I'm gonna put out a clip explaining this to the audience, and then you're gonna be locked in, right? So you're good with that.
Okay, I'm locked in.
You're really locked in. Okay, you have to wait for Craig to come back from the bathroom so you can say it formally, okay? Just a second, and then we'll let you go.
Scary.
Well, dude, you want to do fun stuff? Have you ever seen Andy Kaufman? You ever heard of Steve-O? I mean, this is nothing compared to these greats.
Because when the fuck is his hair gonna go back?
Dude, it'll grow back quick. Don't you think it's time to get out of the haze of your hair and see the world 360 clearly? You ever gotten your hair cut and it's like, wow, you just why didn't I do that a long time ago? I could barely see. I was hiding in my hair, and now everyone wants to engage with me because I don't look creepy, because my hair isn't long.
Dude, you had a long hair for a while.
I know. It's time to move on. He's ready to formally say it, Craig. Oh, here.
Oh, God.
He's ready to formally say it. He's ready to formally say it. Okay.
I'll believe it when I hear it.
Okay, here we go. You're going to say, I, Alex Kahn, pledge that the Movie Blab audience will decide my hair. Ready?
I formally accept that the Movie Blab audience will decide my hair.
Yay! We did it, guys! He accepted. Oh, my God. It's fantastic. Yay! The audience loves this dedication.
I want the audience to know that I'm starting my campaign today to have Alex Kahn shave his head.
It launches, and so it launches.
This is what the movement I'm getting behind.
It's really good.
Please do mullet. Please, everybody vote mullet.
You can make your campaign videos, and I will air them, and Craig will make his, and then everyone can campaign for their option.
What is your vote going to be? You're my friend.
I'm undecided right now. I'm excited to see.
Undecided.
I'm excited to hear arguments from both sides as we move forward in this poll.
I'm going to act like the Russians. I'm going to.
All I know is I have a good feeling. I have a good feeling that in probably less than a week's time, you will have a brand new do. Probably at the end of next week. So exactly a week's time. Next Wednesday.
We need to give people time to vote.
Yeah, we're gonna give people a week to vote and campaign. So if you want to create a video, you can to defend yourself, and I'll post it, and I'll give equal airtime to you and Craig. Okay. This is a democracy.
Okay, I want to talk to Craig. What's your reasoning for shaved head?
I had really long moppy hair like you for a very long time when I was in middle school and a freshman in high school, and then I had to cut it all off for a play, and I immediately started getting girls.
Yeah, think about it like this. You're cutting it all off for a play, and the play is Movie Blab.
I'm just trying to let you go through the same experience that I went through, because your hair is going to look much better when it's short.
And you want girls. So we're hearing these two things, and we're thinking...
You really don't like my long hair?
It's not that we don't like your long hair, because it's irrelevant that we don't like
it. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I think about your hair.
Yeah. What matters is what the ladies think.
This is what the ladies think are going to think about your hair. They're going to like it better short, I guarantee you.
Yeah, I mean, you will have the option. If the ladies like your hair, they will be able to vote to keep it the same. So it's not... you don't have to hear this from us.
Okay, I have an idea.
Okay. What's your idea?
How about a lot of this? How about like most of the voters make most of the voters ladies?
You will have to.
Stop trying. Yeah. Stop trying to change the rules of the game.
Okay.
The game is locked. The rules are locked. The rules are simple.
Okay. The rules are locked.
The rules are simple. There are 5 options.
But you know what you can do, Alex. You know what you can do is you can try and.
What?
What you can do is try and get girls to vote, try and get more girls to vote in the game.
Yes.
And in the campaign, and that way you can see.
Andrew, what's your prediction?
I don't know yet. I mean, I'm trying to remain, unbiased.
He's remaining unbiased and neutral. I am
here.
not.
Because I'm hosting the polls, and I'm actually probably not even going to vote, to be honest with you. I really want the people to decide, and as the host, my vote is irrelevant. But I will let resident Movie Blabbers vote, and fans and the group, and we'll have it open to the whole internet. So I think it will be a great.
You really think, Craig, if I do this, I'll get chicks?
Yep, because you'll shave your head, and then by the time you're allowed to leave your house,
I guarantee you, you'll get more than you're getting now.
If you shave your head, you'll look stupid for like a week at the most, and then you'll start having you'll.
I think you'll actually look pretty sharp.
I think you'll look great. I mean, I don't know what's under there, but
when I say shave your head, I don't think you don't have to use a straight razor.
Yeah, you don't have to be
go totally bald.
You just have to shave.
I'm just saying you have to have a buzz cut.
Yeah. You look like a little fuzzball.
I'm gonna look at like the fucking athletes, which is fucking like not. I want to fucking look like them.
Well, it's not about what you want to look like. It's about.
Don't worry,
Blab.
You're not gonna work like it. You're not gonna look.
You're
like
not gonna look like an
athlete.
athlete. Yeah, especially don't worry about that. You're good
So
there.
you think that like I'm actually?
You're worried about looking like an athlete.
No one's ever gonna mistake you.
Don't
for an
worry,
athlete.
guys like us, Alex. We don't have to worry about that.
We don't have to worry.
About that. No one's gonna mistake us for an athlete.
Dude, okay, I'm really gonna...
It's happening, dude. It's gonna be fun.
I'm really, seriously.
You're fired if you go back now.
I am really.
You're fired if you go back on it.
Blab audience.
By the way, if you go back on this agreement, I won't pick up your calls for a week.
Sharad is saying he can't see the phone number.
Why?
Or is that, I don't know.
That must have been a while ago.
Sharad, if you're listening, the phone number is 908-679-9940. I don't know what to tell you. It's listed there at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, we can show this. We can show you this hotline announcement too. There it is.
You're not going to pick up my calls for a week.
If you back out of a deal that you just made with me on the air, absolutely. Why would
How would we trust you?
I would postpone your internship for a week, and then we would resume after a week. Because you let me down.
And you just did such a good job with the poem. You just did such a good job
with the poem, and now we have a killer idea that you brought up for.
Yeah, you were the one that said you wanted to change your hair for Movie Blab. We just took it a step further.
No, I said I wanted to change my dye.
Yeah, but then we had this great idea that you just agreed to.
You had a great idea.
We took your. This is how you
help the show.
Yeah, this is how you co-write with people.
Yeah, we're writing together.
This is like a writer's room here.
Yeah, it's the after.
You came up with an idea and we expanded upon it.
I should have never done that.
Well, it's on tape. It's live. It's streamed. Everyone knows. People are getting really excited about it. And I'm so excited. I think it's the best. It could be the best thing we've ever done on the show, in my opinion.
I think it's going to be
the ultimate climax of intern corner, the ultimate, what better way to leave this internship than with a fresh cut to get the ladies?
Alex, have you ever seen the musical Pippin?
No.
It's just like that.
It's just like that. It's just like
Okay. Here is another idea that I had.
I was just about to wrap it up.
Internship, you show Wonderwall on Movie Blab.
Okay, I will also air Wonderwall on Movie Blab. I was already
don't agree to
I
that.
agree to it. I was already thinking of doing that. No, you already agreed to this. You had to do something else to get that. You have to do something else.
What can I do to get Wonderwall on Movie Blab?
Well, we'll have to think about that one. We'll have to think about that. We will have to think about that.
We'll have to think about that. We're going one step at a time here, bud.
Yeah. We want to start with
Andrew,
this one.
Like I said, what do you think about Wonderwall? You've never given me an opinion.
Well, I will watch it again, and I will tell you what I think. No problem. How long is it?
It's 6 minutes.
No problem. And you know what? I'll throw it in. I'll throw it in because you are being a great guy, and you're letting us change your hair.
I am a great guy.
I'm going to throw it in. But listen. If I throw it in, though, if I throw it in, wait. If I throw it in, then we're taking keep it the same off the options. So you can have Wonderwall, but you're losing keep it the same. That way you have to get a haircut change.
But I'm losing what?
You're losing the option for keep it the same. Wonderwall will play on Movie Blab, but you lose the option to keep your hair the same in the
in our revised deal.
Okay, I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Well, we are trying to wrap this up, bud. We're trying to say these are the rules.
We're
this is
trying
how it works.
We're trying to release the poll. Okay, let us know by noon tomorrow. Otherwise, we're releasing the poll.
No, we're releasing the poll. It doesn't matter. He's already agreed to do this.
Oh, okay. Then we're releasing it now.
The only question left is, would he like to exchange, instead of having the option to keep his hair the same, to lose that and give us a different haircut that we approve, and get Wonderwall showed on Movie Blab? I'll show it on Tuesday.
Do you really think that this is a good idea?
Me? Why would I be sitting here telling you this is a good idea if I didn't think this is a good idea? You're going to look better. Girls are going to be into you. Sharad, do you want to weigh in on this?
What is this turned into? Like a dating advice show?
The second half of the show, just do whatever.
Andrew, are you
I want him to cut his hair with a Flowbee.
He wants you to cut. Okay. So here's the deal. I will send you this thing called a Flowbee. Wait, how much are these things?
They're expensive.
Never mind.
Andrew, I want to ask one question.
Okay.
Are you under the influence of marijuana right now?
Why would you? What does that matter to you? Why would you ask me that question on my show?
Because sometimes when you're on a substance, you can come up with stupid ideas.
Well, that sounds more like you than me, buddy.
Wow.
Yeah, that was really
wow.
that was a great.
That
thing
was
to
like
say.
hurtful.
Yeah, really stupid.
I'm saying people can. Like one can.
Oh yeah, now we're going back on what we just said. That's great. Well, I'm regretting all of this, but we're still gonna do it. Do you want to make this decision for Wonderwall? This offer only stands for literally the next 30 seconds.
Okay, no.
Okay, no. So I'm not gonna show Wonderwall, and we're gonna keep it the same as an option. That's fine. Okay, it sounds good, dude. Thanks for calling in. We'll talk to you later, bud. Absurd. I'm on more than just...
said, I can't call in. Con is hogging the line.
No, he's in. He jumped in.
I had to teleport into the studio.
So cool. I'm glad you did. Well, I'm excited even more now. I can tell you what I'll do. Now we're shaving his head after that shit.
Oh, yeah. We're shaving his head for sure.
I mean, I'll take it either way. You know, if I get a week off of this mentorship program, I could probably get a few more things done in my week. So I'll take that, or I'll take it'll be really, I don't want him to embarrass himself by backing out now. And he's gonna look so much better.
His hair is terrible.
I'm gonna put up a couple celebrities who have the haircuts that he's talking about, and then you can pick which celebrity haircut he should have.
That's gonna be great.
Yeah.
That's gonna be great.
But anyway, what?
Does he like Apocalypse Now? Tell him he'll be like Colonel Kurtz.
Oh wait, I think I did get another caller. Because she was clogging up the line. Oh my gosh.
I called and left a message.
If you're listening, is that it? Okay. Let me call this number here real quick. Finish up our calls.
Is it just Sharad?
No, this isn't Sharad. No, I don't believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Sheila. I'm just returning your call. How are you doing, Sheila Tequila?
Yeah, you know, it's hard. It's hard.
What? Oh, she sounds pretty drunk.
No.
Are you under the influence of marijuana right now, Sheila Tequila?
No.
What's wrong?
I'm just really upset about all these protests, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just wanted to say on the air that Black Lives Matter, and it's really important that we all stand up for what we believe in.
Whoa, Sheila, that's amazing to hear.
Way to go,
Very
Sheila.
unexpected. I mean, I knew you were an ally, but I've never heard you be so eloquent.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Sheila, I'm sure there's a lot of fantastic and very sexy African American actors and celebrities that you're a fan of as well, right? Because yeah, do you like Denzel Washington? Would you fuck Denzel?
Yeah.
Would you fuck Oprah?
Yeah.
Would you fuck Chris Rock?
Yeah.
Would you do it with Morgan Freeman?
Yeah.
Wow.
What about Idris Elba?
Yeah.
Oh, that got 5 out of 5. Yes, that's incredible. What about let's see here. What about the what's the name of the guy who's the Chadwick Boseman?
Yeah.
So it sounds like she's really into those two particular actors the most.
Yeah.
Craig looks very uncomfortable. Is there anything else that you wanted to say to Craig to make him feel better? He seems awkward about this.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have sex with you too, Craig. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh, that put a smile right on his face.
I feel better. Thanks, Sheila.
Well, thanks, Sheila. That was great for you to call in. Do you have anything else you wanted to say before we let you go and wrap up the show here?
No, just everyone take care of themselves. Yeah.
Oh, so sweet, guys. Wow. That was Sheila Tequila. Oh, she's a real fox. We love it when she calls in. Thanks, Sheila. And please call again anytime. Will you call again soon?
Yeah.
Oh, sounds like I gotta hang up on her. Sounds like she's getting busy. Craig hates this bit so much.
That started to sound like a Yoko Ono record.
She is kind of a Yoko Ono record. That's a great observation. I bet she listens to a lot of Yoko. Anything else we wanted to say about Uncut Gems, Craig? I know we got a lot of distractions.
No, that's all right.
Okay, we had some important business.
It's a great movie.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say goodbye to everyone because this was so fun. Matt, Craig, is there anything that you want to plug?
Yeah, guys, make sure you go to secure.actblue.com. There's a bail fund for George Floyd where you can split a donation between 70 plus community bail funds, mutual aid funds, and racial justice organizers. This is a great way. You can put some money in and they'll sort of spread it out for you all over the country.
Awesome.
To great things like the Louisville Community Bail Fund, Philadelphia Bail Fund, LGBTQ Freedom Fund, the Restoring Justice Bail Fund, the Tucson Second Chance Community Bail Fund. I mean, they'll send it all over the country for you and to help free people that have been have been wrongfully arrested in these protests.
There's a lot of those. There's quite a lot of those people, and that's they need your help.
Yeah, so this is a good way. It's the website is secure.actblue.com/bail_funds_George_Floyd.
Okay, secure.actblue. What?
Yeah, sorry, this is kind of a long thing.
/donate.
Yeah, secure.actblue.com/donate/bail_funds_George_Floyd.
Wow.
I know, it's a lot.
Bail
but
funds. I'm going to get it. Funds.
Bail funds George Floyd.
_George, all one word?
No, _George_Floyd.
_Floyd. Right there, baby. You can donate. It's through ActBlue, so you know it's secure. And there, yeah, everything you're saying right here, all of these different funds getting distributed in the way that is the most strategic. That sounds like a great plug.
Yeah, this is what I will be donating to for Alex Khan's hair removal.
Yeah, and we'll see. We're gonna make that a charity as well, and we're gonna make that a charitable cause so other people can donate from Movie Blab as well.
Yeah, we'll see how much money we can raise to donate.
Yeah, to the Alex Khan celebrity cut. That's why this is important that we devoted all this airtime to this, because this is turning in through our pledging money to get him to do this is quickly turning into a great way for Movie Blab to help at this time. So I think that could be a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
So I'll be launching that probably tonight because I'm so excited about it. And do you want to just any personal plugs? You want to plug that Twitter so that Sharad doesn't have to feel bad that he's not plugging a charity when I ask him?
Yeah, sure. You can follow me on Twitter @Cragum, where I'll tweet about this bail fund. I've been tweeting a lot about what's going on in the world. Come check me out and make sure you guys stay in touch, stay in tune with what's going on in the world. And, make sure that you have the hard conversations with some of your family and friends who may not quite understand what's going on. You got to keep people educated and informed. So make sure you guys do that.
And I'm going to wish everyone a safe time, and I wish everyone's ears open and everyone's eyes open. I wish everyone's souls to open up, so that you can all fully translate this into something that makes sense, because it does make sense. So please support and try to see what's happening more and more every day. That's what I'm trying to do. And it's the least you can do. And we're going to try to do more as a group. So I'm super excited about that. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. This has been Movie Blab, and we will see you next time.
Hey everybody, I'm Andrew Edison, and you're tuned in
to Movie Blab.
The clock has started.
Action! That's right, everybody. It's been Movie Blab. You guys are awesome. Stay safe, stay home, stay active, keep listening, and we will see you tomorrow. Special thanks to Alex Khan for being willing to engage in this competition to raise money for charity. Pick his cut. See you